The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Listen here. This is a fact of life. I be rapping like Nat Turner came back to life. Grab Donald Trump by the pussy, he ain't acting right. I never run from a conflict. I be glad to fight. It's a very cold world that we live in. And somebody please tell Elizabeth you're not an Indian. You just trying to con them people to get the benefit. Just another immigrant stealing from the Indians. That's some punk ass shit and that's too lame. Now we finna step over to Andrew Yang. And you a sucker, you could never speak for black folks. Fake ass pandemic, trying to get the black vote. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You know your boy be high off sativa. Kamala wasn't popping, so we said bye, Felicia. She ain't had a right policy. We ain't trying to meet her. Y'all can take Biden too. Bye. We don't need him. We don't need Roland Martin or that Coon Al Sharpton. Didn't need Cory Booker from the start, man. I don't fuck with police and no snitch. You know I'm coming with the heat when I spit it. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. If you ever go to court and this is your luck, try not to get fucked by Benjamin Crump. I know it's hard. You and I go it's hard. But who the fuck is Amy Cloak? Put her picture up on the bullseye and start throwing darts. People cut our organs out our bodies, that's a stolen heart. They can't save us from the flood like Noah's Ark. Black lives always matter, we finna go for ours. So then we savages, we don't need to pot the piss. Mike Bloomberg can suck dick with that stop and frisk. You ain't speaking for us, we don't know you. Bernie Sanders, and get your funky ass on too. The Democrats don't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. Republicans can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. A bitch ass nigga can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me. You coon ass niggas can't speak for me. Speak for me. Speak for me.
I'm talking about shout it going crazy. People going crazy in them motherfuckers. Run that shit back, man.
But it's nothing. Nothing. Got a woman on the bed. Man made the car. Man made the train to carry the heavy load. Man made the electrolyte to take us out of the dark. Man made the boat for the water like the 7-millimeter. Man thinks about a little bit of baby girl and a baby boy. And man makes them happy because man makes them joy. But after man make everything we can, do you know that man makes money? To buy from other men. This is a man
Good evening, Black family. Good evening. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Frontline Black News. I'm your host, Chan Krumah, and we're joined with Lady Che, who's also our co-host. Hold on, Lady Che. Let me get through what I need to get through. This is season 3, episode 48 or 49, excuse me, part 3 of the Frontline Black News, and we will be discussing several things. The first thing is all of a sudden now, Black Family Days task force and commissions are sparking up in different states. So we're going to go over the ones in New York and the one in, oh God, what state is that? It's another northeastern state, Maryland, where our East Coast correspondent is from with Isaiah. And then we're going to go into these Democratic mayors. First with the mayor of Dalton, Illinois, and how she's running her city like New Jack City, and has spent about $7 million of the taxpayers' dollars, or $7 million has gone unaccounted for. In the hell, tablet? Sorry, y'all, my tablet is acting really stupid right now. And then we got this. Hold on, y'all. I had it pulled up on my tablet and the damn shit just locked up on me. It's a bit awkward. Say something, Lady Che, so it's not just like complete silence.
You don't want me to say nothing. Nope. Nothing. I'm okay. I'm not gonna say nothing. I saw you earlier at City Council. Looks sad. Yeah, it did. So I watched the whole thing. And just like any other time, for my little outburst, did the same shit. And I saw what Vincent said. I saw what Vincent said. It's like salacious. If you hear enough bad things about one individual, you gotta think that there's some truth behind it. Especially when they do it in public. Guess your shit is on hold, huh? I personally thought that once we had hit our Unhoused neighbor news stuff, that was the end of Frontline Black News. Usually, I didn't know what we were talking about today. And now it makes me have to redo my shit on my queue. Because he wants to talk about stuff I wanted to talk about. So that's something I have to do. On my end, all hell's breaking loose over here. Really, really bad. State of emergency type shit. No help from the community. So that's about that. There's really much to talk about. Just doing my due diligence. I guess he's out. Having a weird ass looking day. Stressed out. Tablet broke. One didn't break. Yeah, no, it did. I think it broke. The port plug in. So I had to search for another one. Luckily, I had one. It's just slower, very slow, and kind of don't want to put a lot of things on it. And there, I think that's Jesse. You don't put a lot of things on it, so I don't like West City. You don't want to put a lot of things on it. It's like a free phone. It's like one of those things. And so everything that's on everything I utilize, because not everything's on the computer. Sometimes I just use things, have separate things on the tablet. Yeah, that's a wrap. I don't even know what I'm going to do about that. So luckily, I'm just going to try to activate this one. Well, it's already activated, but I'm trying to move some shit over. That was the last thing I needed. Seems like all hell's breaking loose over here. And for no reason at all. This is getting really bad. State of emergency bad. Like, bad. You know? And there's no help. Hold on, Jesse. There's no assistance whatsoever coming from anywhere. So, no good deed goes unpunished. Trust and believe. So I just stopped asking for assistance, because with assistance comes problems and blame and all kind of extra shit. And so I don't even say somebody take the wheel. I just give up. I'm done with it. Like, now it's not even in the universe's hands. It's like, you know what I mean? Nothing else I can do. I can't do anymore. So like, this is the laugh of, yeah. So go ahead, Jesse. I'm done entertaining your guests.
Okay, thank you for holding it down. So we got
Chewbacca.
She's joining us. You gotta boot up the laptop. I lost my whole train of thought. Okay, so we got reparations in New York City, in Maryland. Then we got Flashy Mayor Tiffany Henyard, accused of running a city like Nino Brown from New Jack City.
They've been saying that. Said that for months, Jesse. They've been saying that.
Okay. Well,
yeah, just because he said it today, Uncle said it today, it's been going on.
Lady check. We're updating the people. Everybody doesn't know
like months ago.
Everybody does not know what I know. So we're updating the people on what's happening with this marriage.
What happened to doing it? What happened to Unhoused being there?
Randy.
What?
Stop being functional, cuz. Let me get through the intro.
Hey, look, cuz you don't communicate, so I've
already talked to Shabaka. He'll be here shortly. No. I'm
about the Unhoused.
I'm trying to go over these topics, please. So we got Nimrata. Nikki Haley finally drops out the presidential race.
That you covered it.
We got Chicago. Yes, Lady Che, but we didn't cover it on the show.
What?
Chicago elder Black residents for voting and failed Democratic leadership. Then we got Mayor Mike Johnston opens up new tiny home / micro community in Southwest Denver. Then we got Welton Plaza apartments in 5 Points in East Denver. It's without water. Coon Think Zone is trying to help them. And then we got Unhoused Neighbor / illegal migrant news and Unhoused Neighbor / illegal migrant suites.
I thought we did that last night.
We started on it last night, but there was more to it than that. Okay, so those are the topics, Lady Che. Shout out to the viewers. Appreciate y'all tapping in with us.
Eat little eyeballs. I'm not gonna have no internet past tomorrow, so I'm trying to get in on my podcasting show ups. Told you, state of emergency happened over here. Really bad. I'm trying to get in this last one. Maybe you'll get a chance to do the RVA. However, lots of bad things have been happening, so who knows? Who knows anymore? Huh?
Or you? No, I'm not gonna ask that.
I can't hear you, cuz.
So the first topic is racial. The first topic is the reparations.
Go ahead.
So, Lisa's gonna give us an update on what's happening in New York.
Hey. Oh, that's how you do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, in New York City, they have started gathering and they are sparring over direct reparation payments. Now, when it comes down to other people, the migrants and the descendants of the Holocaust, it just took a stroke of a pen. But when it comes down to reparations payment, we got to gather and have committees and fight back and forth over how it should be done. And then once it's presented to the governor, then they play that game. Well, we can't give you direct payments. Now they're telling you this at the same time that they're giving money to everyone else.
Damn.
Man, we have long been hip to what y'all are doing. Mm-hmm. These task force and committees are a load of BS. Yeah. And then all you're going to talk about is program this and program that and programs and program. You didn't give programs to anyone else. How come you didn't give programs to these migrants?
Right.
Give them programs. Give us direct payments.
Right.
So Black New York residents spar over who should receive reparation payment. Isn't that amazing? With the migrants, they don't even have a name, a legitimate name, but they still manage to give these people that are giving them phony names all kinds of money. Black New Yorkers have conflicting ideas over who deserves reparations as a commission. Will soon begin to discuss the issue. In December, New York Governor Kathy Hochul signed a bill that established a commission to research the best ways to offer reparations to descendants of slaves in the state. By February, she announced the members make up the commission. And that right there should tell you there's a problem. She had appointed the ones that are on this commission, which is telling you it's a road to nowhere. Although the commission has not met, some Black residents are already concerned that it would be limited only to direct descendants of slaves, similar to what California Reparations Commission announced. That's a false narrative. Bertha Lewis, head of the Brooklyn-based Black Institute, told the New York Post, "I don't give an F what California did." Continue.
That's the shit.
Just say only descendants of slaves from the South. Black people face the effects of slavery, discrimination, and simply because they're Black.
No, it's lineage. It has nothing to do with
who is this person? Bertha Lewis?
Bertha Lewis,
okay, whatever. Lewis also emphasized that it could be difficult to pinpoint direct descendants of slaves, claiming that all Black people
always got an excuse.
Have since been afflicted. Actually, Bertha, it's really not that hard. I was able to pinpoint the slaves in my family.
Right.
It can be done.
Yeah, we did. Exactly.
It can be done. So what she said is false.
Exactly.
If you're going to talk about reparations, you have to talk about discrimination that has gone on a long time against Black people in the white American system, Lewis said. By contrast, Little Africa News founder Mona Davids, Black South African, argued that Black citizens who willingly immigrated to New York should not receive reparations since it was our choice to come here.
That's right.
The only beneficiaries of reparations should be descendants of chattel slavery. Right. My goodness, an immigrant from South Africa makes more sense than this Bertha Lewis.
This Bertha Lewis, exactly.
Who is from America.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow, Lisa.
And she goes on to say, not African immigrants or Afro-Caribbean descendants should receive reparations. She added, descendants of slaves didn't have a choice. White people benefited from slavery.
That's right.
Yes, they did. They did. And they got the nerve to get mad when these things are said. But it is the absolute truth that they did benefit from slavery. So, y'all, this is what they're fighting over. I don't think there should be a fight because I don't understand how all the money that is being given out in New York, it all seems to be done by executive order. You know, the governor just signing off and that's it. But for some unknown reason, when it comes down to us,
they do not give a fuck.
They have used every stall tactic you can imagine.
Everyone, Lisa.
They have used every excuse they could come up with. And we haven't seen, out of all the task force that have cropped up around America, we haven't seen one that passed a reparations bill with direct payments. And this is telling you that they are just playing with us at this point. But they make sure, and they're doing this on purpose, I want y'all to know, they make sure they go all in the media to announce what the immigrants are going to get, what the descendants of the Holocaust is going to get, or Native Americans, because they've got numerous. Native Americans have got numerous reparations, right along with these Holocaust victims and descendants. They have gotten reparations, y'all, for several decades. And the way some of them complain on TV, you would think they didn't get a dime. Several decades. The natives, the Holocaust victims, and you watch, it's going to even be these illegal immigrants. You're going to look up one day and many of them are going to be getting these benefits for 5, 6, 10 years. And they'll be still looking us in the face saying they don't have the money.
You know, that's right.
Exactly what they'll do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
terrible shit.
David's also called African countries, pointing out that some of their rulers had previously profited from slavery. In many cases, it was Black Africans who sold slaves. Ghana is rich. Nigeria is rich, she added.
How are they rich? I mean, mineral rich, I guess. Mineral rich, yes.
Hochul did not elaborate whether reparations included all Black citizens or only descendants of slaves. However, she argued that even descendants of immigrants who arrived after the end of slavery could be culpable in paying reparations. So,
Yep.
So even they have benefited off of all the racism that has occurred in this country.
Yep.
They have gotten preferential treatment over us, didn't they?
Yep.
Then they benefited.
Exactly.
So dig in your pocket.
Exactly, Lisa.
So I don't care what kind of talk. That's not scary to me.
Right.
I think of the immigrants who come here since the end of slavery. They will say, well, we had no involvement in slavery. You know, no matter how much y'all keep trying to come up with this tired, behind, beat a dead horse over and over argument, no matter what, as long as you got privileges that we don't have, then you benefited. As long as you got preferential treatment over us, you benefited. If you got bigger salaries on jobs than we did doing the same exact work, then you benefited. If you got better interest rates on loans than we did, then you benefited. I don't care nothing about, no, I didn't have a slave. Y'all can say until the cows start flying up in here. It's not going to mean a hill of beans at the end of the
day. Jeez.
All right. And many of you are lying anyway when you say you had no relatives that had slaves. Y'all be lying. Y'all lying big time. Many of you are lying, and you know you're lying. You're lying because you think there's no way to prove it.
Yeah.
And you know the names of your slave owners in your family. You know that. Y'all got all that information. You can miss me with that. I had no slave in my family. You can miss us all. And there's part of me that worries about leaping into this conversation because of the racial divisions, strife it could sow. So what Kathy is saying, she's setting it up to say, well, you know, it's going to cause too many divisions and we shouldn't do this. She's setting it up already, y'all. This is her words. This is her words. So she is letting you know right there, it's going to be too divisive. You can't do this. She's telling you. She's already telling you. The governor continued, these hurdles and tried masses came here to seek a better life. Slaves, people who were enslaved, didn't come here willingly to pursue a dream, but they came in bondage to live a nightmare. And we have to ask, do those of us whose family came here to pursue a dream not have a role to play in the ending of the nightmare? Yes. Yes, we do. So, y'all, so I guess they're going to drag out another year with the committee, and you come with your findings, and when you come with your findings, you can't do back payment. You can't do that.
Then what the fuck is the
in the
point
meantime,
of the
they're giving monthly payments and debit cards to migrants. They're helping with housing. They're helping them with clothing and every program, and they're moving money around in the state to make sure they can give them even additional money
without them. So
getting
whenever they get around to it, then they'll get that California shit where they're like, you know, we got a deficit, basically.
Of politics in the U.S. is
all a lie.
Racism. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this video.
Even with these executive orders, you can always get canceled. I'm about to fall the fuck out.
Get on the notification bell.
Don't creep out.
I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Peace. So, what?
And all these conversations are keep popping up because New Black Media made this made it happen, right? And everybody wants, so well, if they could do this and we're really, watching it happen, so fuck it, we could take it on to every state. This was predictable. We predicted this. This was going to happen. It's supposed to go from there to there to there to there to there, right? So this is a prediction from a couple years back when it started, that it should, and every single state, county should pick it up and try to push for lineage-based reparations. God, I hate when he runs out of the internet. I'm crazy right now on camera. Sorry about that. But like swelling, unhappy. I don't know what the fuck. But fix that for myself. Anyway, this is kind of like already predicted. There's not a shock. We've been not shocked. Predicted. This is already we've been saying this. We're like, well, now she go to other states, so we shouldn't be shocked about this. If we said it when the shit started in California, watched it happen, why are we even having a discussion? This is exactly on point, family. We already know they're gonna say no. We already know they're gonna push it out there. We already know what's gonna happen. We're the ones that said, wow, they should do it in not just California, but every state should pick it up. So when they pick it up and they want to do these little studies and shit, this is just the work of the New Black Media. But it already predicted the shit. Already said it should go that way. And then we're now watching it happen. So I don't even know why we're talking about it. Except to say, thank you, New Black Media. Thank you. Yeah, that's all you have to say. Thank you, New Black Media. I mean, I was paying attention. I don't even know why we're having a discussion. I thought.
Because our people haven't been brought up to speed of what's going on. So this is why
it's not urgent to keep leading for nothing that nobody dreamed of. It's exhausting work, man. For people who want to go and vote for Biden again after they said or they want Trump, and yet here they are.
They got Biden remorse and regret voting for Biden, or never voted for Biden in the first place. They voted for the dump, or they didn't even vote for the dump either. That's what we're looking for, and we're picking up new people along the way. So those that want to stay on a Democratic plantation, they can stay right on over there. Those that want to plantation, they can stay over there. We are on the Black
what I'm saying is that they're already that even though nobody was supposed to go vote for those two, unless there was something tangible, Black people still got in line and voted just primary. When you know better, you've seen what Trump did, you've seen what Biden did. You know what I mean? There was that little gray area, whatever. But you understand what's going on. So it's almost making a point like really hard for people to do the work. Hold on, Jesse. Hold on, Jesse. So people to do the work, right? To educate, but you're gonna say, I heard, I listened, but you didn't implement it. I mean, hold your vote means hold your vote. Let's specifically
uncommitted or non-committed.
Regardless, man, like even then, those were like weren't they just Muslim?
Yeah,
it was foundational Black Americans, whatever. So now that we know, we see the trend. Now we have to do better, right? But come on, really,
November,
really.
Reparations. That's what
really, you guys, be serious about this, right? Because it's all talking, fun, and games and shit, but you're not serious.
The numbers are down. People aren't even voting like they were even 4 years ago.
Then explain to me this. Riddle me this, Batman. That in our city, right? Mm-hmm. You want to have this discussion right now. Cool. With it. This city, you see the demographics on who voted what and where? Did you?
Yep.
What's the numbers?
85% for Biden.
No, what is the racial demographic? Racial demographic, I mean to say.
Oh, no, that's that part.
Okay. Well, but yeah, I'll let you get caught up and then you let me know what happens. But I'm gonna keep talking about this real quick. If you say hold your vote, Foundation Black Americans in the city, state of Denver, for a specific reason, like this a racist area, they don't do shit for black man. Cause I'm gonna hang on. Hold on. They don't do nothing for black people specifically. Or am I wrong? Right? Hold on, Jesse. Hold on. Calm down. I know this is your show. You must be the star. Got it. Right? Hold on. What say you? All right, Jesse, go ahead. No, you guys. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jesse. Go ahead. Go ahead.
State of Denver. This is not the state of Denver. It's the state of Colorado.
You know what I mean? Stop that. The city of Denver, state of Colorado, city of Denver.
What you mean?
Jesse, do you know what I mean, right? How long together, yes?
But
how long do you know to talk, right?
People that's watching may not know what you mean. Our job is to educate our people on what it is we're talking
Jesse,
about.
you know how to talk, right? Do you not know me?
I do.
Okay, then don't do that. So you know this. Don't do that. Don't correct me, because this is who I am. This is who I am. Just stop.
It doesn't make any sense.
Boys, whatever. Go ahead, Jesse. Go ahead, correct me, and continue carrying on with my thoughts.
What's your thoughts? You keep saying the wrong thing.
Okay, carry on, Jesse. Go ahead.
So here,
I can hear it. Go ahead.
Denver is the capital of the state of Colorado. That's it. Everything else,
That's it, brother. No, go ahead. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Jesse. I'm sorry. It's your program. Carry on with what you were trying to show us. What else? No, it's in here somewhere. Hold on a second. I need to go on mute, family. I apologize. Carry on, Jesse. I'm listening.
All right. So the next topic on the reparations is Maryland Reparations Act of 2024. Is it the real McCoy or counterfeit? Set up Black Star TV. He's going to give us an update on that.
Dilemma. And what black label white wealth did attract 800 years of history in very systematic terms to show you every strategy, every technique, every law, every public custom, and every public policy that was used to enslave black folk around the world, and to distribute almost 100% of all this nation's wealth, power, resource, privileges, businesses, and controls of all levels of government into the hands of the dominant white society. And what slavery and Jim Crow segregation did with black folk, it intentionally maldistributed all the resources away from black folk and created a real-life monopoly game. Black folk in America are playing in a real-life monopoly game that you're totally prepared to play and win.
Peace, love, and reparations. Welcome to Black Star TV 2.0. It's your boy Black Star. What's going on? When you come and hit that subscribe button, that like button, and that share button, we are going to get into this Maryland reparations plan and fund that they supposedly have for black residents. So you see how the headline says black residents? We're going to get into this and we're going to see if this is a trick bag or if this is the real McCoy. You heard? So we know as reparationists that they like to play with the wording, and we always have to be on whether this is lineage-based or race-based, and we know that it has to be lineage-based or we are going to get tricked out of whatever it is. So the money will come from an additional state individual tax rate on the net capital gains of individuals. Woo. Now, I know it's a lot of individual black people in the state of Maryland, because I'm here now as we speak, right in Columbia, Maryland. So let's get it popping. All right, so Maryland lawmakers want to increase taxes to invest in reparations efforts. Senator Jill Carter, Baltimore, Democratic Baltimore City sponsor, the Maryland Reparations Act of 2024, calling for a certain amount of revenue from the state individual income tax and Maryland estate tax to be distributed to the Community Reinvestment Repair Fund. Maryland established the Community Reinvestment Repair Fund, in 2023 to provide funds to organizations that would serve the individuals most impacted by disproportionate enforcement of cannabis prohibition before July 1st, 2022. Now, we already starting off a little bit weird because you're saying the most impacted disproportionate enforcement of cannabis prohibition. Now, that could be a slew of people. That can be a slew of people. We just got away from Black, and we into individuals who are mostly impacted. But let's keep going. Carter's bill would allocate more funding to the Community Reinvestment Repair Fund by changing the state's tax code. Now, per state law, the money would service low-income individuals in disproportionately impacted areas. Now, the title started off with for Black residents. Now we get down here and we are talking about servicing low-income individuals in disproportionately impacted areas. Now, according to Dr. Claude Anderson, this would be broad and ambiguous words because low-income individuals can mean poor whites, poor Hispanics, poor Asians, poor Indians, poor every goddamn body. So, in disproportionately impacted areas. Now, a lot of these areas out here right now are flooding with Hispanics. I'm out here, and it is flooded with Hispanics. So, in the poor areas too. So don't get it messed up. So we are just in the beginning stages of our process of legalizing marijuana. We have made some great strides, like when we created the Community Reinvestment and Repair Fund, which is designed to put money back into the prioritized communities of color that would have been negatively impacted by the war on drugs. That unfortunately, war was mainly on poor and Black people. Hold on. So the fund was designed to put money back into to prioritize communities of color. It went from Black residents at the title to prioritize communities of color that had most been negatively impacted by the war on drugs. That unfortunately was poor people and Black people. Again, this is a trick bag, family. We already said so. This isn't something that we down with, because at the end of the day, we already know why they're coming up with all this reparation stuff. They're coming up with it because November is the election. So Biden's Black vote is down. So, Maryland's a largely populated Black state. For the most part now, the numbers are going down because they're bringing in all these Hispanics. But at the end of the day, it still is heavily populated by Black people. So, they always going to come with that game. And we know anytime, if it's race-based, one, it's going to allow other people to come in. And two, it's going to drown us out because we only get about 2% of the resources when anytime is marginalized, minority, when they're using those type of words and they're giving us resources, we do not get the lion's share of it. So, and this is very interesting. Right, this next line. So it says, the money will come from an additional state individual income tax rate on the net capital gains of individuals. Now, you have a lot of prominent Black people out here. You have a lot of Black people who get money out here in Maryland. PG County is probably the richest Black county in America. So you will be taking their capital gains from foundational Black Americans, descendants of slaves that was emancipated by the U.S. government. You'll be taking their capital gains and then giving it to prioritized communities of color and poor people. So when you're saying this is reparations, you're going to tax the people who should be getting the money in the first place. See? It ain't just white people out here making capital gains. It ain't just white corporations out here making capital gains. Family, this is a whole trick bag and we're not down with it. Right. But what this bill would do would help to infuse that fund with more money. And it's not too much to ask because doing the research for this bill, I learned we use the lowest taxation rate of any state in the country that has legalized marijuana, she said. Furthermore, the bill seeks to alter the rates and rate brackets under the state income tax on certain income of individuals and increase the rate of sales and U.S. tax for cannabis from 9% to 14%. So Carter's office did not immediately respond to the request from Fox Digital News. I bet they didn't. And some advocates of reparations have called for institutions and government officials to disseminate up to billions of dollars as a recourse for descendants of slaves due to unpaid labor during slavery in the United States. See, now, even though this has nothing to do with the Maryland thing, because it says some advocates of reparations, like us, right, are asking for, we asking for trillions, though, not billions, right, as a recourse for descendants of slaves due to unpaid labor during slavery. So at the end of the day, they're trying to twist this, use black here, poor here, disenfranchised here. You see what I'm saying? People of color over here, and then trying to make it seem like this is for the descendants of slaves. But see, this isn't. That's why we have to read, and we can't just go with anything because they will finesse us. And this is why we always have to get out front of this reparation conversation and put this bullshit to a halt. Furthermore, municipalities across the country have established task force to examine U.S. historical ties to slavery, including Boston, San Francisco, New York. And we know that all of them are nothing burgers. We know every single last one of them. Boston, San Francisco. San Francisco already done said they're not doing the California. They're not doing the cash payment reparations, but you're giving cash to illegal immigrants. You're giving cash to Afghanistanians, Ukrainians. You sending money to Israel. You send money everywhere. You give everybody else these cash payments. The people from Guam. The people from Guam got their reparations. Cash payments, checks straight off the press. So Evanston, Illinois was the first city in the nation to pass a reparations plan, pledging $10 million over 10 years to Black residents. But we know that all was capped. We know that all was capped too. So family, listen, we're not going for it. And again, we knew that Boston, as soon as I seen this with the Boston Reparations Task Force member, we already knew that was capped too, because I did a video on that as well. So at the end of the day, we can't run with this because it is not lineage based. It doesn't go specifically to foundational Black Americans, freedmen's. That's why, and again, family, this is why people are like, foundational Black American. Listen, you have to word ourselves. We have to name ourselves to get other people out the mix. See, African American, that can just be anybody. Again, they say Elon Musk is an African American. Listen, if you're white and you were born in South America or anywhere, South Africa or anywhere in Africa, then you come to the United States, you can be considered an African American. So we can't go with that. So family, listen, and anybody who's new to the channel who feel as though, or just watches this and feel as though we shouldn't get reparations because we haven't been harmed. We weren't the ones being enslaved, and the people who are being taxed wasn't the ones that were slaving us. I'm just going to say this. Go look up and go to all these Indian reservations. None of these people were on the Trail of Tears. None of these people, had their reservations taken from them at the time when it was taken. I wasn't the one that did it. You wasn't the one who did it. Nobody that's alive today was the ones who did it, but we all are paying. Our federal taxes are going toward paying Native Americans who are 2 years old, 2 months old, 20 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, and it goes on. So at the end of the day, nobody complains about their federal taxes going to these people who you didn't harm and who we didn't harm, but your federal taxes go to pay them all the time to restore them. So at the end of the day, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. Go cry to somebody else. But at the end of the day, we really need this from the federal government, and we ask them to start off with $20 trillion. So Peace, love, and reparations. Please make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button hard. And hit that like button hard, man. We are up out of here, family. I love y'all.
Appreciate you, Black Star TV. I'll go one step further. We're not asking, we're demanding. And we're down to sit it out this election cycle just to prove a point. Okay, Lady Chet, are you back with us? You're on mute.
Oh my God, because what now? Fuck. What?
What are you on with Black Star TV said about the Reparations Act of Maryland?
That shit scared the fuck out of me, cuz what is there to say? We already know this is gonna happen. It's a nothing burger. That's what I said earlier. Well, what I was trying to say. Well, I mean, this is no surprise. Oh my God, no, he okay. Okay, cool. Oh my God, thank you, brother.
What happened?
I don't talk about it with you. Oh my God, guys. Fuck this shit, scared. Woo, talking to myself out loud, Felly. You have no fucking idea. Yeah, just watch this shit.
Okay.
I'm talking to myself. I apologize. Apologize, family. You only had to be here to see it. It would scare the shit out of you too. Yeah, it's a nothing burger. I mean, all this shit is gonna be like that. They're all gonna have something to say, you know. He's right. Everything he said was right. They're not gonna be serious about this. So we're gonna keep on their helmet. This is expected. It's a marathon.
I'm sorry.
Right. Just think this is already, it'd be too easy if they said yes, the way foundational Black Americans have been making their demands lately. It'd be too easy. It wouldn't happen. You know?
Yeah.
It's terrible. It doesn't matter how much we say it. They're obviously, it's like in one ear and out the other. I heard you. I hear you type shit. So if you heard, then do it. But they're not gonna. So
I hear you.
Praise the helmet.
All right, so we got Black Mayor Tiffany Henyard running a town like Nino Brown from New Jacc City.
Mayor in Dalton, Illinois, by the name of Tiffany Henyard, who has likened herself to that of Nino Brown, a fictional character from a cult classic 90s movie called New Jacc City, where he was a monster. He terrorized any and everybody that he came into contact with, even his own people, right? Even his homeboy, am I my brother's keeper? And it turns out that he wasn't, because he got rid of him. Nevertheless, I digress. Back to this mayor, 40-year-old Tiffany Henyard has been accused of doing things that are outside of the scope of her job. So let's go back to this Nino Brown impersonation. It said one time she showed up to City Hall there, dressed as Nino Brown, and she even took a picture of herself dressed that way with a dog, a fake dog with a chain, because, Nino Brown had these dogs and all that other stuff. But she says that she was mimicking that of Martin Lawrence, where he did a show, and he was mimicking that of Nino Brown in New Jacc City. Nevertheless, I did say she's a mayor, right? So she's supposed to be a little bit more on the professional side. Well, she ain't that. Now, all the other trustees that sit on the board there with her, they're like, yeah, she gotta go, right? So they just approved something to get the feds in to investigate. So that FBI investigation is going forward, although the FBI said that, we really can't give y'all too many details. Now, there's a brother by the name of Lawrence Gardner who had a trucking company there in Dalton, but I guess it got shut down because he didn't want to let Tiffany shake him down. Now, when I say shake him down, he said that she demanded that he donate $3,500 to her campaign there in what they call the village. And he was like, no, And so then they lied and said that he was operating without a license or something crazy. And he's like, nah, that ain't true. But he also said, yeah, I do know that FBI is investigating because I have talked to them several times. Okay. So it is also said that she has a security detail that is out of this world, that is costing a lot of money. And mind you, Dalton only has about 20,000 residents, and most of them are, say it with me, Black. 92% of the residents there are Black. Why they voted for her, I don't know. But at one point in time, a year after she was elected, sounds like she got into a special election, something like that, they got on to her and was like, yeah, we need to recall her. But it did not work because she sued them. Now, it sounds like the recall went through, but because she sued them, they weren't able to count the votes or something crazy. Nevertheless, she remained on the board there as the mayor of Dalton. It's also said that the police cars were in jeopardy of being repoed because she just ain't paying the bills. Now, she's saying it's not my responsibility to do that, this, that, and the other. But it's like, you the mayor. Why you ain't making sure the police cars are paid for? But she's making sure that her security detail is paid for. They're also saying that she is spending a lot of the town's money on big time travel plans. She's traveling all over, and she has a glam team. Every time she needs to take photos, she has makeup in her hair, and it's costing a lot of money. Also said that she hired a childhood friend to work there in City Hall, and he has some issues as he was convicted of doing the unthinkable to two teenage girls when he was 16. But Tiffany is like, well, he's paid his debt to society. He's not like that anymore. But the people, the trustees there are like, well, he got a job to where he needs to go into people's homes. And in people's homes, there usually are children. And per what he was charged with, he cannot be around kids. So what are we doing here, right? So she is a mess. And
all about
I said she's a Democrat, which makes sense, right? All my town elects Black. She is said to be the first mayor and the youngest.
Right past all that shit.
And I don't know if it's use the big word to act like you Nino Brown.
I don't know.
As the mayor, and she's drawing about $250,000 salary as a supervisor of Thornton Township. She's making a bag off of the city there in Dalton. It's also said that she told them, hey, if I'm not reelected, then guess what? Then I'm going to vote to where the mayor doesn't get paid as much as I do. I think she wants to drop it down. $25,000 is like, that sounds like extortion. I'm going to do that. That's extortion. But again, I want to know, what did the people see in her that they thought was a good idea? Was it because she's Black? She's a woman? Because, they try to get us with that. Oh, I'm the first Black woman to act like Nino Brown as the mayor. You know what I mean? Why would you want your people to see you that way? You should be very professional, astute, and act like you got some doggone sense. Right. But you up in there, like it's a big old party, and you spending people's money. Yeah, she gotta go. And if y'all can't get a recall, don't vote for her again. And hopefully the FBI, if they found that she has been doing things that are not appropriate, they're
gonna find out. Everybody's gonna like it.
An organization, a nonprofit, that says that she's not really.
That was my favorite part.
That has some issues as well. And
my favorite part right here.
She's got a lot of things she needs to answer for, but it's all fun and games being a hot girl. It's not.
Really corny ass pride. But it's funny. She's like, it's not mine. Somebody put it up for me. Then she's gonna take you pictures with it. Got her face and everything. I just supported you. I'm like, oh, dumbass. Learn to lie better. Like, should be like number one thing you learn to lie better. Like, I mean, I've been watching this like for a long time, for at least a good couple months. Bitch is weird, corny, and she just don't got her shit together. But so I'm intimidated about why they don't want to keep fucking with her, or why they don't want to, really press the issue. But they should press the issue. Don't worry, it's just a matter small little amount of time. She got to get fucked with majorly with that fucking So you don't want to get hit with no RICO cuz or like no embezzlement charge, like, which is gonna happen really ultimately because she's stealing the money. She's doing a lot of shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just a little area, but that little area requires something. You know what I mean? And you do it to black people, you're definitely an enemy of the state. Definitely enemy to black people. Right there on top.
Remember,
it's like you like a ratchet mammy.
Remember,
ratchet mammy. If you heard from me, like that's a shit, ratchet mammy, thieving ass mammy.
After the board of supervisors said they was gonna sue her, and she's like, "Y'all black,
and y'all black." You just gonna do y'all black people, and you just gonna do this to a black woman. I'm like, God damn, dude. I really think they're doing it to you because you're black. Doing it to you because you're an asshole. And you're mean. But like she's just dysfunctional. Like not dysfunctional, she thinks she's entitled. She had a little taste of motherfucking and a little bit of power, and she took off and ran with it. But like I said, I'm like calling that broad the ratchet mammy. That's the enemy of the people, man. So you do some disgruntled shit to black people. Doesn't matter what you look like, how about black you are, how pretty you may be. Yeah, you're a fuck up.
Y'all black. Remember, y'all black.
I don't like ugly. You didn't have this prepared already. You just Google shit. Terrible behavior.
Disturbing names are Dalton Mirror.
You just see when the feds are asking her questions, and she's like, "I said what I said." And she's like the worst interviewer. Like she's the worst at answering questions. I'm surprised she didn't fold up. Like just give her like another hour, like 1 hour, 2 hours. Really press her, bitch, coming apart. Cause like a thread. Just pull that shit.
Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard being investigated by the FBI after $7 million spent in dogs.
Yeah, but they had like a little clip of short with her. She was already getting asked questions. I like her. So that's the one. She's like, wow, black people. That's the one. Right there. Yeah. Yes, that one. Y'all black people doing it to another black person. But she said black. Like, it was funny to us because we were laughing because we got told we don't know how to talk. We don't know how to spell black. And I was like, they read off all kinds of different ways to say black.
Federal lawsuit. Terminating the church, Redeemed Christian Church of God Resurrection. Alleges
she discriminated against the church.
But later, look at the sad face. Come on, cuz, stop it. Then you need a motherfucker like me sitting there, like, come on, cuz, you wrong for that. This is just like with councilman he didn't do all this ratchet shit, you know what I mean?
Because attendance has gone up. The church is operating.
They didn't like him because he's loud and outspoken. Well, it's kind of the same thing, except she's just ratchet and mean and rude. He was direct. He didn't like getting fucked with, you know what I mean? She's actively instigating her own demise. Actively, yeah. I want to hear her say it. She got to say it. I want to hear her say it because that shit was funny. That'd probably make the rest of my day go better. Because that shit that just happened right now scared the fuck out of me. Unnecessary.
It was disturbing allegations against the mayor of Dalton and an village trustee.
This is what happened right before she got elected. And then the end result, that Broad City with some raggedy ass motherfucking weed. Giving everybody electric.
Stephen married a few days ago. NBC obtained complaints filed with the Department of Human Rights.
She acted like the people's money is her money.
Township. A former female employee who was retaliation, sexual harassment, and discrimination after she was about unconsensual sexual encounter between her.
It's on the big screen. I don't see who's on it. Plus, I feel like I'm about to fall out, like literally pass out right here. Not pass out, but faint.
Coming forward with what he witnessed.
This shit was fucking overwhelming. Fucking
during an economic development trip to Las Vegas last May.
Scary shit right now.
Mayor Tiffany Henyard and a handful of representatives.
I think so. No, I don't know. You gotta catch them hot mic moments, dude.
We're not naming the woman because NBC 5
They're not gonna show it like that.
Were a victim of an unwanted sexual
encounter. It's the regular news.
Her complaint, the woman says she went to dinner with an unnamed Dalton trustee. The complaint then recounts the following events. After dinner, she says she started to feel disoriented, extremely lightheaded, as if the ground was blacked out.
In
the trustee's hotel room with no memory of how she got there, experiencing physical discomfort. She says after returning to Dalton, Officer Byron Miles, who was part of Henyard's security detail and went on the trip to Vegas, told her, a trustee on the trip told her.
What? Oh man, he froze up. Figures. Right when it's getting juicy, family. Right when it's getting juicy, he had to freeze up. It's probably like, I gotta rewatch it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. This bride is already like, she's kind of like she's had embezzlement. She's gonna be one of those intimidating the witness types. I just expect all these charges. Like, me watching it, if I was like, check charge number. I had like 10 charges by my
consent. According to the complaint, Officer Miles recorded some of this conversation on his iPhone. The mayor said that if this information became public, she would be ruined, that all the work she'd done would be lost. The ex-employee says the mayor told her she would take care of it and to post her. According to the complaint, the woman was put on unpaid medical leave, though she says she did not request to be put on leave. Complaint Officer Miles alleges that he was demoted to patrol duty among other.
Is that what you did? Crazy ass. Let us know that you
conducted a thorough investigation
and not one of those pretending. Is that what you did?
To say former police officer Miles was interviewed and denied knowing anything about these allegations. The alleged victim refused to cooperate. The statement continues, this is nothing more than two disgruntled village employees trying to make off with taxpayers' hard-earned dollars. The village looks forward to defending these allegations and pursuing all other available remedies to the village. So the attorney who represents both the woman and Officer Miles says Officer Miles is in fact still employed with the Dalton Police Department. He also told us a criminal complaint on behalf of Mayor Henyard's ex-assistant is imminent. So coming up at 10, we talked to 3 village trustees about the Department of Human Rights investigation and what happens next. Mary.
Regina, we look forward to that story tonight. Thank you.
We only typed in just to let us know you got a girlfriend. Summed it up, Aboriginal, not a pretendian. Quick.
I could dig it, cuz.
Bad form, cuz. I told him at least one of us is happy. Well, one of us got a girlfriend. Yeah. Congratulations. Dark skin, FBA, non-pretendian. One of us is happy.
It is now an absolute necessity.
What is that?
I'll try to find that.
Congratulations. What is that? That's the weirdest noise ever. We still didn't find it. It was funny. I see so many motherfucking clips, dude. Oh. Over the last 7 months.
Well, this is Dr. Grande. The next question is,
Nino was a case of Tiffany Henyard.
I don't want the.
You know why I keep cutting out? It's because white man talking. Just kidding.
Sorry, wrong clip.
I wish I had a zigzag and 40 ounces.
An update on dysfunction in adults and local leaders are fighting over transparency, spending, and safety. Now the South Suburbs controversial mayor is firing back. It all played out at a public meeting last night.
Y'all forget I am the leader. I want to hear from the mayor. But y'all ain't learned that yet. The mayor, not the trustees, that don't do nothing. That only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work.
Tiffany Henyard considers herself something of a crusader, but one who's clearly annoyed by questions from a rebellious group of Dalton trustees who are in a standoff with her overspending.
At the end of the day, vendors are not being paid. Board approved it, but vendors are not being paid.
How about you give the leader, bring our peace to the forefront? So not just us, but the residents and everybody else in America know how the money is being spent.
WGN investigates his cabinet.
How about y'all just go get an audit on your own? Have that bitch audited. How about that? How about you just send me a message? I'll help you get right on track. That bitch got to go. Right. But not just crazy, but she's on one, man.
New York City.
Can't afford one of you and your binoculars need to get out there and do some recon. Bitch is out of control.
Four Seasons Hotel.
I would let this bitch go on no trip.
In New York, the bill came to $13.
Who's reading her mail? Who's in charge of this broad? Where's the deputy mayor?
Or why they travel in such style. But she appeared to refer to our reporting at Monday's.
It's like a little town. It's like a little township.
Regardless, man, like, so she's in charge of this little town. So basically, does she not have an understanding that you spend the little town's money, you ain't gonna have nothing either? Just go ahead, bitch, spend it all. You ain't done shit, and you gonna go to jail. Don't worry, the town will rebuild. It's not like it's returning. Shame.
Y'all should be ashamed of y'all black.
Look at her face. Oh, like, oh, there she's serious still.
And your critics grandstand.
Raise that. Something with this hair, man. Look at this hair.
And attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
Dalton's difficulties got worse in recent years.
Nothing to do with that anymore. It maybe in the beginning it might have worked, but that comment might have worked. That comment played out. That ain't gonna happen over there. Because there's other black women in there's the whole thing's black. Everybody there is black. That don't even work.
What has happened has been cut because of politics. We're not saying
that type of shit, man. That makes other things look bad.
We should be out here protecting the residents so we can all be safe.
Residents are taking notice. Some spoke for and others against the mayor.
Well, you know, we got the mayor here. I mean, we of the United States. Everyone's seen the picture. I mean, that's a big deal. That is great promotion for the city, for this town.
Ladies and gentlemen, the civil, do things right. Think of the residents. You are here to represent the residents and not yourself.
Clearly.
Henyard and her public team no longer respond to our emails seeking an explanation of her spending. As we've reported, she is also.
It was the head and the accent.
Keep breaking up, man. It keeps breaking up.
know it's the damn internet. It's just choppy. Okay. Thoughts on the Dalton New Jack City mayor that she's been talking about for months.
I've said it like that. I've been knowing. To me, it's hard for me to have a surprise reaction, so we can talk about it like everybody else because I've been on it. We're talking about Bridget. She's like a cornball, but ratchet ass mammy. Go ahead and say that. Ratchet over spooky mammy. Hashtag ratchet mammy. Real shit.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Ratchet mammy.
Yeah, so now you have a habit of that. Yeah, that's what I said because you know, a problem like you take it from a little township. Don't you realize that once that money dries, like you fucked, your money's dried up. Now you don't hear no. She invested it in this, and that, or she doubled it up in a fucking Kia dope or something. No, she just spent it. Huh? She gonna get like she's gonna have like a real RICO charge where she launders the shit, right? A real RICO charge, and intimidating the witnesses charge, fucking menacing, you know, shit like that aren't like shameless crimes, you know. Obstruction of justice, locking the people out, but you lock the people out. You know. Lock the people out their own shit. You know, punking business owners, black business owners, you know, sleeping with some dude who got a chomo record, allegedly. That thing right there. She hired him. He ain't like that no more, but you got him around children. Doesn't matter how old he was or whatever the fuck case. Doesn't matter, right? The fact is they keep talking about it means he's done something recently. He just hasn't caught up on it. And so if it's an old friend, you know what it means. If she's hired him for the dick, only the dick makes stupid shit like that. Because there's nobody else that can fill that position. Or you just want to be, you know, he's your friend and he dicked you down so you get him a position. That's what made it sense. That's reality. Huh. Everybody's sleeping with. I mean, wasn't there a rule? You sleep with people you work with.
Yes, you're never supposed to mix business with pleasure.
No, at your work, but right?
Yeah.
People at your job, shit like that.
It's supposed to be off limits. At least when we were coming up, it was off limits.
It's a new day. People just dicking down motherfuckers just doing stupid shit. Bitches doing stupid shit. At the end of the day, man, you just gotta really wonder. Really wonder. Really wonder. The time that we live in where there's regular dick makes motherfuckers do stupid as shit. Why? They ruined your whole fucking life. Makes no fucking sense at all. Really, think about it. Think about it. Just look at Fannie Willis. Look at this, Brian. They didn't say anything yet, but come on, man, use your fucking brain. Motherfucker got a whole record, bad record. They're talking about it so heavy, but she hired him anyway. He's still there. Why? Because of the dick. And another fucking senator or councilwoman did the same shit. The dick. And that was the old homely looking man. Right where she's at. Mm-hmm. The dick. I was slanging regular dick, man, getting average bitches just to do weird shit. I like think about it like this: it's throwing average dick, getting regular black women to do real weird shit. Something wrong with us. Maybe we should have a meeting. No, we should have a meeting. Like the memo should go out privately so we can have a discussion about this. That way we can recognize the signs. Like top five signs. It's just regular dick and don't get excited. So you don't do no real weird shit. Top 5 signs. Ask me, I got them. I had to learn too. You know what I mean? Everybody has to learn sometime. Real shit. I think there should be a memo going out. You know, no sassiness. That's what we do. Lucky, you know, like, are we really lucky? Are we? Like a memo, conversation. Quiet conversation. Ladies. Oh, shh. There's some weird magical shit, non-magical shit happening. Is it really that bad out there? The regular dick got you fucking acting stupid? Must be. I want him.
Wow.
Just asking for a friend too. Just asking for a friend too. Think about it. Well, you not think about it, but
so
ladies
that's
think.
she running the city like she's running it.
See, she sent out a memo to all the sisters behind the scenes. Be like, yo, we need to chop it up. We go worldwide, nationwide. Right? We gotta stop. I don't care how it's getting lonely, but let it go. It's not worth it. Motherfucker just got doing weird, erratic behaviors. Spending money on niggas.
Tricking off.
Just tricking off, simping off, man. For regular dick. Regular dick. Remember that, ladies. Regular dick. Nothing spectacular. Really think about it. Just shake the fog off. Regular dick. You gotta shake the fog off, though. Okay, because right now you're in a dick fog. Doing stupid shit. No shit. Clearly, you're making wrong decisions. Look at Fannie Willis. Look at this bride. She hired somebody. He got a record. They clearly said no. She did it anyway. You know, he's not like that. Sure he isn't, but you got around kids. That's a no-no. You just letting it slide. Why? Because she got the dick. He hit her up with some dick. Made her feel guilty. Gave her a job. She gave her a job. There you go. Why she got certain security guards? Because he gave her the dick. It's a fog. Shake the fog off, like blow the clouds up. And you see it's just regular dick. Nothing unusual. You should be spending thousands just throwing out money and shit. You know, just ignoring motherfuckers. Doing the most, taking sides, extra loyal, fucking doing crazy shit. Giving up shit. Letting them destroy your whole life. Taking your good looks away. Ruining you. Abusing you and shit. But it's just a dick. That's all it was. Just stop. Shh. It's okay. Has it gotten that bad? You really have to ask yourself that. Times have gotten that bad. And nobody's seen it happen. Just stop. We're going to build, look for sins, do that. Strong too. Look at the Fannie Willis case. Like, he really pushes that back. Right? Now look. Do you even think they're still together? If you looked at it like when they first started, dude was proud that he did all that. Now look at him. Her too. Blew the fog off, right? Seriously. It's just regular dick. You imagine? So if you really notice, you paid attention, it's the women that are like, what? They're looking at it like they've been caught tricking off.
Yeah.
We were caught tricking off, simping off. You know, taking up. Oh my God.
That ball ball caught tricking off.
Mm-hmm. Shutting off other women, shutting off friends. Just isolation. Dick fog. Dick fog.
So we're gonna
you know
put
that.
it on.
Go ahead, Jesse. Jesus Christ.
That's why Chips is running the town the way she is.
No, really, she's fucking up the town. But nobody can get her out the office. That's the thing, is like there's nobody underneath her. And even if you recall her, soon they gave up. Probably because they couldn't afford a lawyer because she spent all the money.
Yep.
Right? She really did. So what you supposed to do in a case like that? Huh?
She spent $7 million.
Is that what she spent? Is that what they said?
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, look at her. Do you put past her?
That's going to count for.
They want to look. Eventually, if somebody was smart, they would have got an audit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And not through her office. I mean, like, look, if the FBI is already investigating, give it a week or two, and shit, her ass is gonna be fucking right out there again. And then the allegations are gonna be really true. Right now, they're just allegations. Like when they questioned her about the trips, she wasn't. She can't even lie right.
Nope.
I think she just stopped talking. Like, no. I said, yes, I did go on a trip. I said it was business. So you were over here at this. Penthouse suite. We do like hypothetically. I don't remember exactly what suite it was, but stuff like that. You know what I mean? No. I mean, yes. I mean, no. Which one was it? You know what I mean? How she treats the people and owners, that's the real problem. How she treats the trustees, it's really an issue.
Yeah. That is
like all those things, like you can't forgive the money part, but how she treats the people, that you have no security there. There's no loyalty. They're not gonna protect her when it all comes down to it. Ooh, this looks good. Oh.
So,
no. I thought you were gonna play that one.
Oh, yeah.
No.
That's hot off the presses right there. That video I just showed.
The color itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we didn't get to this, but about 2 weeks ago now, Nikki Haley, Nimrata Haley, finally dropped the presidential race. So Professor Black Truth is going to give us an update.
I care less.
Soldiers, I'm Professor, and this is the moment of truth. A moment of silence, please, for the passing of Nikki Haley's presidential dreams. All right, moment's over. This is no surprise to anyone at all. Nikki Haley's damned to failed presidential campaign was as laughable and foolish as Kamala Harris's. Now, why in the world was this woman running in the first place? Sure, she was kind of adjacent to the never-Trumpers to a certain degree, but the main reason that this woman was in the presidential race was mainly because she was running for second place. She wanted to be vice president. That's what she was actually running for. That's why she stayed in there even after she lost primary after primary. It was because she just hung in there. Sooner or later, the orange man, I guess she felt out of some sense of desperation, he would feel compelled, and you have to go to her and say, Nikki, what is it that you want, Nikki? Who do you want? No ambassador. She wanted to be on the fast track to be president, and she thought this was going to be the way to do it. She would strong-arm Trump, and it did work. Why is she dropping out? Because she ran out of money. That's why. Whatever remnant among the GOP donor class or part of the never-Trumpers, they had gone ahead and given her some money, but it was pretty obvious that she wasn't going to go anywhere. Her back had been politically broken. She had decided that she was going to defy the orange man, and now she had to pay the price. But then again, it couldn't have happened to a nicer scumbag. Nikki Haley made a complete fool of herself as governor of South Carolina. She was thinking to herself that she was going to be running against Barack. Was after the Mother Emanuel Church massacre. She had to be dragged kicking and screaming to the cameras before she was even willing to say that maybe something wrong had happened there. Now, for a hot minute, she pretended as if she had an issue of sorts with the Confederate flag, though she was very guarded with her language. But that play acting didn't last very long, because almost immediately before the bodies were even buried, she was going right back to saying she didn't have a problem with the Confederate flag. See, Nikki Haley had been testing waters all the way up until 2020, when she thought to herself that maybe, just maybe, there would be a president. This pattern set the frame for not just Nikki Haley, the reprobate GOP governor, but also for Nikki Haley, the presidential wannabe. You see, praising the Confederate flag and refusing to say that the Civil War was based on slavery, these were calculations on her part. The white media always tries to order that down. Whenever somebody's taking slick shots at the Black community, whenever somebody is downplaying or dismissing the racism that we have to face daily and historically, the If they don't know anybody, you think it's probably part of a calculation. They probably didn't mean it that way. That's what they always do. But Nikki Haley, she wasn't leaving any doubt about where she stood. She was waving the flag, pun intended, for the country. She continued to do so afterwards. She didn't run for president in 2016. So why was she cheerleading for all of this Confederate stuff back then? Is because this is what she honestly believes. It's not a matter of this is just her doing some red state rhetoric. No, this woman was putting on display that this is part of the planks of her political platform. This is part of her pickup. This is what she actually believes. Racism? Well, against black people, racism good. Confederate flag, that's just an issue of culture. What culture is that? Well, white supremacist culture, what she thinks herself a part of. Or she actually believed that attacking black people was going to make all those good old boy racist rubes in the red states forget that she's not white. And Coulter already blew her out of the water on that one, letting her know, we know you're Asian, you ain't fooling anybody. You know, it's the same con that Daniel Cameron thought that he was going to pull when he covered up the murder of Breonna Taylor. Oh, he was just so sure that that would make all of those racists in Kentucky forget that he's black. And it's the same way that DeSantis thought that being a mouth-frothing racist would make all of those good old boys down in Tallahassee forget that he's not really all that white. But now Nikki Haley sees, perhaps not, that she wasn't fooling anyone but herself. Those good old boys, they weren't conned at all. They didn't look at her and see one of them. They looked at her and they saw a woman of color. Perhaps really keep trying and failing and trying again because there's simply no cure for stupid. And speaking of stupid, CNN is asking questions like, what's next for Nikki Haley? Well, she can rule out working for Trump. She was his UN ambassador and she then turned around and ran against him. Trump don't like that kind of thing. So he's not looking to have her back. Even if she does some world-class butt kissing, even if she goes to Mar-a-Lago, gets on both knees and kisses the ring, that's not going to make the like other racist GOP governors who thought that they would run against black people and ride that horse to glory, Nikki Haley will wind up like DeSantis, Mike Huckabee, Bobby Jindal, and Rick Snyder before her. She too will now go into the political wilderness, and from there, oblivion. Sure, she might pop up on some cable news station once every blue moon, but that's pretty much about it. All the race baiting, all the lies, all the praising the Confederacy, all for nothing. And speaking of nothing, we look at Donald Trump and his new BFF, Elon Musk. The Times is reporting that Donald Trump had a meeting over the weekend with Elon Musk, and the reason, of course, is because Trump's finances are in trouble. This was the main goal of all the lawsuits that the Democrats have thrown at him. The goal was to drain his campaign resources. This will cripple his campaign. They know that Trump can't afford to, and he's too cheap to pay for all of his legal defenses for himself, so he'll use his campaign war chest for that. And so the Democrats are making him put all of his money into his legal defense. With no GOP competitors in the field, he'll still need every penny he can get for the general election so that he can reach out to all of those casual racist, read white moderates if he's to have any chance to win the presidency. But all of these lawsuits have made that job much, much harder. And so that's why he's meeting with Elon Musk, although Musk is not saying anything about it and Trump's remaining mum. Elon Musk, it's hoped, is going to play angel investor to Trump's campaign and bail him out. But will it happen? Hard to say. Here's why. Musk, for all of his racist right-wing rhetoric, has been very careful not to actually get into backing presidential candidates financially. He endorsed right-wing nuts like moron DeSantis. Everybody remembers that catastrophic campaign launch for DeSantis on X, which crashed and burned just like his campaign did. Musk likes the idea of being a kingmaker, but he doesn't have the savvy to do it. Musk still hasn't figured out that just because he's sold a lot of Tesla cars and just because he happens to own a social media network does not mean that this automatically translates into hundreds or even tens of millions of persons worth of influence. Certainly not in the political sphere. But there's a world of difference between pulling some pathetic attention-whoring stunt like live-streaming Governor Pudding Fingers and pledging $100 million to bankroll a presidential candidate. There's political ramifications for Musk if he were to try to swoop in and save Trump's campaign. And I don't just mean for the Democrats. There are a lot of people in the never-Trumpers zone who wouldn't like that either. And there is, of course, the financial tightrope that he walks when it comes to getting his hands on government money. First of all, Elon Musk makes his money off of highly government-regulated industries, like electric cars and space rockets. No matter what asinine post that he makes on his website, he doesn't want to alienate the Republicans or the Democrats in Congress. Yes, Democrats are behind things like the Green New Deal, And they talk about more solar power and more electric-powered vehicles. But also keep in mind, people like Alexandria Cortez have admitted that she drives a Tesla and loves it. So the very people who he takes shots at and who he inflames his followers to attack and demonize, they're the ones who put money into his pockets and drive his cars.
You know who else drives a Tesla?
Coon. Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that. I remember.
He's aware of that. Things like electric cars have been attractive to white middle-class people because of special tax breaks specifically for those vehicles. Elon Musk positioned himself to take advantage of that. And the same thing goes for his rockets that he likes to launch. He wants to corner the market for putting satellites in space. That's very lucrative and very important for governments and for corporations. Elon Musk was able to turbocharge his fortune by tapping into all of those government funds that are going into those sectors. So that being the case, please don't think that he wants to derail that particular gravy train. But he knows that buddy moron decisions Florida tailor-made to advantage Musk also knows that a Democratic governor or a Democrat-controlled House of Representatives could also write laws meant to punish him. But it could go either way on that one too. Musk was talking tough about buying Twitter, then his big mouth trapped him into an acquisition deal he tried to get out of. That failed, and he wound up having to buy a website that wasn't worth nearly what he paid for.
At least I'm glad I found the second one.
Yes, no, and yes again.
No, this one.
Standoffishness with Trump does have precedent. Just because he said that he's not backing anyone now doesn't mean he won't change his mind either. But even so, it might be a high-stakes gamble for Musk to decide to fight with the orange man. You see, Musk is still hemorrhaging cash from X. Mouthing off to advertisers wasn't the smartest idea.
Found it. The other one.
Thing to happen to that platform. He had tried to woo Trump back after he bought Twitter, but the orange man's pride wouldn't let him accept Musk's offer. Musk wants to make Twitter, X, the everything app. He wants it to be Facebook, YouTube, and a bunch of other things all rolled into one. Now, in practical terms, it can't be everything. Musk's leadership or nothing at all. But that doesn't change that he wants it to be the everything app. And if by some unholy miracle he's actually able to pull it off, it would be a hell of a coup. But part of that is trying to get attention onto the platform. Now, is getting financially into bed with the Trump campaign the best way to make that happen? Probably not. After all, Trump has shown that he wasn't able to make Truth Social one sort of social media titan.
Right.
But from Elon Musk's point of view, it's not like he's got a whole bunch of other options open to him. So it remains to be seen how this is going to shake out. I guess that depends on whether or not Elon Musk suddenly decides that X is going to be the single most important of his holdings. Dumber decisions before, but the truth is, he hasn't. But I will say this. If Elon Musk actually does decide to pull some stunts, such as, say, putting $100 million behind Trump's campaign, that would constitute the single biggest sea change in the history of electoral politics. To have one of these ultra-mega billionaires who literally is able to bankroll a candidate all on their own, that would be a seismic shift for politics, not just in the U.S., but worldwide. And if that were to happen, well, you can forget everything that you thought you knew about presidential campaigns up until this point. Not only would Donald Trump be utterly beholden to Elon Musk, but also the never-Trumpers and everybody else, they would find that whatever they thought about Trump crushing them in 2015, they ain't seen nothing yet. Good day, and be one. I'd like to take a moment to thank some of our contributors. Mark Anderson, Plasticizer, O&ME Family, Yoruka H, and Jesse Good. Salute to them and thank you to everyone for listening, liking, and sharing this message. Black empowerment only exists because of...
Yes, I'll do the same for Black News. Okay, thoughts? Okay. What are your thoughts on Nimrata? Haley finally dropping out.
I didn't really give a fuck. I don't really care. But my cup of tea. I don't really care, like, at all. I mean, this is the only thing I'm really upset about. Well, I'm not even upset. I'm just like, this wasn't a foreseeable thing. Is that they play this is how it happened the way they wanted it to happen, where it's just those two up against each other again. Round two, fight. This is what it is. I mean, that's kind of like, to me, it's almost like doesn't matter. I don't even know why. I don't even know why. Like, Doesn't matter if unless you decide to hold your vote and people actually stand on it. Like I was trying to say earlier, it's almost like a waste of fucking time and energy. You already know what to do. What?
Fine, written to Nimrata.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm surprised you stayed in that long. I mean, I was kind of like, once she pushed back the first few times when they were trying to tell her to drop out. Yeah. This time I was like, well, you won something, but she still dropped out. So pressure probably not much. The Super PAC gave up. Who cares? Doesn't matter. The fact is that she stood in it as long as she could, or as long as she wanted to, or she did better than motherfucking stupid ass Tim Scott. He got out just to get married, to just get out. And what happened to Tim Scott this week? Like, was he only ass kissing for a few days? Like, what happened to him? Where's he at?
He's still trying to get that vice president spot.
Stupid. And he hasn't announced who he would want, right?
No, he has. So moving along to the Windy City.
What are your thoughts, cuz?
I already said my thoughts.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I said goodbye and good riddance.
Oh, so we got short-winded answers. Cool. Then my answer was I didn't give a fuck. Cool. Carry on.
You wait time and energy and money. And you're not going to get selected by the dump to be a vice president, so you can hang that up. Like everything that Professor Blacc Truth said.
All right.
Well, I shouldn't left that long either.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you didn't quit. Ultimately, I'm just surprised. I'm not really surprised about any of this. This is all foreseen. You see how shit's just magically disappearing off the topic list. Shit's not gonna be. It's not. There's no real excitement now that you know that it's predestined fixing. Like you already know where you're being programmed to go. So there's no real excitement. Motherfuckers gonna tune in just to listen to pandering. Just sad, but this is the way. I guess it's the way it is. I don't even know how to fix it for anybody. Obviously the primaries are a good indication that one or two things are happening. That people are staying home, or they're decided that instead of going from Biden, they went back to Trump, and then are going to try to bring people with them. Like, yo, you remember how good it was, and all that shit. So you got to either get finessed by the media or get finessed by the people to go back to whatever. Doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, that first couple of years is going to be rough. If you stay in it with Biden, it's going to get worse. It seems like it's getting worse.
If Black America votes for Biden again, that's so.
Right, because it's already looking bad. I don't know. I'm looking at I look at everything, but it does look just kind of tolerable right now. I feel like we've been here before. Trump. People got excited about it. Same people will probably get excited about it, and whatever conversion of these other people, I guess. You know what I mean? Don't get excited. You still doing fucked up shit or say fucked up shit. So, wasn't like perfect. He's just saucy little motherfucking celebrity president,
That shit done.
Right. And as far as the middle, the social or the independent side, I feel like we didn't get to see anything from them except what was available online. And it's not really like there's no real connect. We can't really correct or change up certain candidates.
Yeah.
If they're not even willing to go with that, or they don't reach back, you can only try to get them to see the way of FBA if they're willing to participate.
Right.
Some are not, so that's how I'm saying it.
Okay, well, moving along to the Windy City. We got Chicago elder blasts Black residents for voting in failed Democratic leadership.
Illinois with the migrant situation.
Sister Demetria K is going to give us the update.
Heard a lot of stuff about what's going on in Chicago, Illinois with the migrant situation and the Black residents. Of course, the Black residents are not happy because many of the migrants that have been bused or flown into Chicago or who have gone there themselves have landed in the Black communities. And of course, we've heard a lot of the Black misleaders there in Chicago, namely Mayor Brandon. We're going to do all they can to help the migrants, including put them in Black neighborhoods and give them resources that were supposed to go to Black Chicagoans. All of whom seen a lot of Black Chicagoans be very outspoken about what is going on, even saying that they were going to flip Chicago red. The Democrats are done. Well, I want you to watch this video for more news of this elderly gentleman give the city council and some Black Chicagoans the business. Check it out.
Get him.
That's the video.
You show your blackness of how you vote. And some of you voted with you in. If anybody needs sanctuary, Black people need.
Right,
over here, they very disrespectful. Michelle Harris and all of them just talking while I'm talking. They are part of the problem. The Black people have issues because we have poor Black leadership. And never knew that somebody else here prayed for us. Just play your way off this plantation. Play your way into reparation. This is disgrace. No boycott, no Black. If the seats are Black people, when it was packed with these illegal immigrants and packed with these white Jews and white Arabs, where are the Black people? The ancestors hate you. They never knew that you were going to turn out like you are and do what you're doing. You're disgraceful. The miseducation of the Black man, College Worcester State, the miseducation of the Black man. And what kind of man did they make on the plantation? Use your imagination. It's all what they in. We got to purge ourselves of that and become strong Black men and women. You got no representation. Black faces in high places. But no representation.
It's the walker.
Stay there in the part that I really love.
I'm like, we've seen it a couple times. I was like, oh yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. They get up there and point at motherfuckers. You don't ever listen. The walker.
The video was long, so I wish I could see the whole thing, but man, he said, you know, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and Harriet Tubman, our ancestors, right? They were going on right now with Black people being so confused. As we said too, Black people there in Chicago, y'all voted for the sanctuary city. Now, Chicago has been a sanctuary city since 1983. Now, of course, the sanctuary city is where they welcome migrants in and they even help them, right? They don't send them away. And so that has gone on to hurt Black Chicago. But he is absolutely right. Because we often hear, especially when it comes to voting, right? Oh, you know, the ancestors died for our rights to vote. And it's like, stop lying. They did not die for our right to vote. First of all, as Dr. Claude Anderson has always said, their lives were taken from them, right? And the other thing is, they died for us just to go vote. They died for us to get something for the vote. You see, we keep repeating that lie. Oh, we got the vote because the ancestors that they went in that booth, whether we liked it or not, and they actually got that was back in the 60s, and Black people haven't really moved the ball since. And I dare you to come up with something and say we did, because we have not. But to continue saying, oh, they died for the right to vote, no, they died for us to go in that booth and actually come out with something tangible, right? But we keep on repeating that. We never stop and say, you know what? Yeah, I think the ancestors would have wanted us to actually get something, move the ball past what they moved it, but we haven't done that. And so I'm with this gentleman here in the video that y'all just saw. I feel his frustration. I'm just as mad as he is because, like you said too, you see everybody else in those city council meetings, but us. Well, you know, I woulda, coulda, shoulda, but this, that, and the other. Now I've been to city council meetings, and usually when I see us in those city council meetings, it's because we are reacting to something that happened. When we see them other folks in there, they are being proactive. Like, I wish y'all would put another marijuana shop or a marijuana shop in general in our neighborhood, but we show up when the marijuana shop is already in the neighborhood, talking about, oh, I don't like it, and how dare y'all do this? But it's like, where were y'all at? Why didn't you go to the planning meeting when they was talking about putting it in your neighborhood? See, we have to be abreast of the things that's going on in our neighborhoods, but unfortunately we're not. We kind of, as I say, we react to certain things like we're doing now. We're reacting to the migrants being brought into Black neighborhoods, but like the elder gentleman said, y'all voted for this. Did you not know what you was voting for? But see, the other problem is this. We as Black people always jumping on everybody's bandwagon. It's so sad what they doing to the migrants. Well, we need to speak up for them. It's like, well, who's speaking up for Black people? We always going to put out the burning building of everybody else. But when our building is on fire, nobody helps us. They go in fact roll up their water hose and then go home with it. And we sitting there paying. So yeah, now when I say we, I'm talking about Black voters. Reciprocal to help everybody else. And tell y'all something else. Every time you go and vote for the Democratic Party, you ain't helping yourself. You're helping everybody else. If you don't believe me, look around. Look at all the other groups of people, including people who don't belong here, like the migrants, Ukrainians, Afghans, everybody else. They're getting something, and you're getting nothing. You're getting studies. You're getting, well, let us look into it. You're getting, now I ain't gonna just do anything for Black people. Y'all getting that kind of stuff. When you go into the booth and you check off the box for a Democrat who does nothing for you. So yes, I feel that elderly gentleman's frustration, and we should not have him, because it seemed like he'd been a fighter his whole life. We shouldn't have him that upset. We should never see him at another city council meeting by himself asking, where are a couple of Black people up in there? But one brother looked like he was ashamed, had his head down, like, I'm here tripping again. He should have been standing up right with him, pumping his fist, just as angry at what's going on. So anyway, y'all think of that. And for more commentary, please subscribe to this and my channel, the Beecher K Show.
Sure.
You know, it says Eric Hakeem Deontay Mays.
What are your thoughts on
Lakeland City Council?
Everything's just going according to the way it's supposed to go. No, she's right. So this is what she said at the end. Have to be more proactive versus reactive. Meaning, you have to actually want to care about it. You actually go do it. You can't just be because you're on a wave or whatever. You actually have to care enough about your people and your community. Let's play. Press play.
That's not what I already played that.
Oh, because there's. Oh, okay. I was just watching the screen.
Okay, so is that your thoughts on that?
Yeah. Pretty much, you gotta be less reactive, more proactive. Actually, gotta care about your community and the people, you know, you represent. You, Black people, you know.
Yes.
I mean, there's nothing. Right, but they, like what? Yes, just what I'm saying is though, like in our position, you see, like we care about this, but these type of black people are the ones that get the fucking things to happen, and then look how it backfires.
Yeah.
And then everybody wants to be pro-black. You know what I mean? They do shit. It's under the guise of being pro-black, but really it isn't. It's so mammy, buck broken, black shit.
Yeah.
You know, some Coon and shit that's under the disguise of it stood for the betterment of black residents. You know what I mean? And in reality, it's really for the betterment of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and whatever they can get out of it, or however they can clout chase off of it or capitalize off of it, and it just blows back because the regular average Joe black resident isn't receiving nothing from it, from anything, and it's just getting more and more frustrated. So while others think they're doing something and they seem happier, the actual black resident is getting shit on and still not happy. So
yeah,
think about it like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Right.
I mean, like, hey, look what happened today, right? So, like last weekend when I went over there and I made this big old scene, and after 3 minutes, right? But if you were watching today, they had that white, that Jewish Zion lady or whatever. She went on for another 5 minutes. She went on for another 5 minutes after that.
Yeah.
Hey, it happened twice, and nobody said anything.
No.
Nothing. But when Vincent went off, they said hurried up and stopped him, and he was talking on.
They sand the ball today.
But it was crazy though, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. She was there, like, or she wasn't there, or whatever. Last weekend, it doesn't matter. I mean, just keep in mind, they do that. They let everybody butt. Look how they did me. That I got butt.
Yeah.
He says that, but then, like, we watched the next week. Didn't go that way. They let him do it. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, they don't listen. And again, you were in the Zoom. I was in the Zoom. I don't even know if we were on the list.
Yeah.
Hmm? Oh.
It was 22 people that got to speak.
Yeah.
We were at the bottom of the list, as usual.
Robert Bailey didn't get to talk either.
Nope. But Vincent did. Did you hear what Vincent said?
I said that, Jesse. I've been talking about Vincent all evening. I started off with saying, I heard what Vincent said, and if enough people say something bad about you in public, there must be some truth to it. Right, I didn't say anything else. I didn't say nothing else. I'm not interluding on it, but I'm just saying.
Right.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
There's some bad mouthing been going on about the said individual after the proclamation.
Yeah.
God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly.
Nope.
Like battleship. B1 battleship. On its way. It's on its way.
There's a single battleship.
It's gonna happen. One way or the other.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna move to our neck of the woods here in Colorado, Denver, and the current mayor, the newly selected mayor, has been in office for almost a year. It'll be a year in July. He opens up a new tiny home and / micro community in Southwest Denver. This is part of his House 1,000 bullshit ass plan that he stole from me and Lady Che. And now they're safe outdoor camp. coming to Flores District. Or rather, it just opened up. The news had did a tour of it earlier. Let's see the front page.
Like a fate.
Oh no. Is it for water?
Yes.
Got you talking. Making beats on the show.
You got me grinning.
Was that you doing that tapping?
Mm-hmm.
Let's step forward to provide shelter to those experiencing homelessness. Yeah.
The micro community and the overall park. It's just open. What is the mayor's 1000 initiative? Fox 31's Courtney from. Good to see you.
Good morning to you both. Yeah, we actually just heard from the mayor about 30 or so minutes ago about they're calling this place La Paz. It's the micro community right here to my back here's like the facility area and all the little tiny homes are within there. Now we know in total there's gonna be 60 tiny homes complete. That's one person per tiny home. But I want to keep the video on us real quick to give you a reality of what the neighbors here who have voiced their concerns pretty loudly. You can see that's their fence line right up in between the alleyways, pretty much the only thing in between them in this micro community. Now the mayor kind of went on about how they're going to work with staff here to help with conflict situations. We also understand that there's going to be 95 people moved off. In fact, that's going to happen tomorrow. 60 of those individuals be coming here to La Paz. And I also asked the mayor during the press conference, which he turned me to somebody else. I said, what happens if there's drug use on property or if there's individuals in this property caught using drugs? And what I understood, I talked to another lady after, she said, basically people will only be kicked out of the property if they're caught with guns or weapons, violence, or if they're dealing drugs. But here, take a listen with Mayor.
I want to go live in a tiny little house.
Screen up front to say,
Better
have you
than
already through a drug rehab program, or have you already gone through a work training program? Have you already completed mental health services? What we know is very not sure you're free to that. And so we think.
Yeah, you heard the mayor right there. Now, I also asked, because I said, well, what if somebody's caught doing drugs? They said they're doing like a 4-step program in a sense that they'll talk to them once. There's advocates on scene that are going to try to help out these individuals. And the whole point of this is that they'll have their own space. So they're going to be warm. They're going to have food. They'll have, showers and bathrooms as try to help individuals living here become more stable and eventually move. The goal is to more permanent housing. I
didn't think they had food there. That's thought they had their basic amenities, right?
Migrants there, cuz.
No. I'm saying that, I didn't think they had food there. They just had the bathrooms, like a place to cook meals inside. Yeah. Like they weren't getting catering or none of that shit, right? They just had the kitchen, right? I'm just asking you a question. Yeah, because she's like, they're gonna have food there. Like that's what she just said. And I was like, I don't remember it be like that. There's no such way. Huh? Yes, that's what I'm referring to. That is what I'm referring to, sir. God, his internet's lagging. That's what I was referring to. That's what I was referring to.
The kitchen area.
Your internet's lagging. It's breaking out like a robot. So I'm getting every third word, but I got it. I understand. I got to understand. That's what I was referring to.
I have to reset it again. Is it better now?
See everything. What?
Is it better now?
Yeah. Not really. You're like lagging. You're like a half a minute behind, and it's robotic. It's like broken up, but it comes in and out. It's easier to save myself the frustration. I don't think it really matters, Jesse, unless they purge some of the last administration. You know, and this, due to the fact that certain tiny home sections where the new mayor thought he was slick, it was his complaints one. Those people were like, hell nah. So this is one of the first ones that got approved after all that.
Yeah, they said the hell.
Fuck no. This is the first one that they put up since then. Just like a whole bunch of other shit has been happening. Where he tried to pull slick ones throughout the city. He's not perfect. That motherfucker just real. He thinks he's slick because he got the fucking complexion for the protection. On it though, we've been watching, so.
Yep.
Just thought he was slick. He thought he could pivot out of that shit, and he has. He's done a good job of fucking making it creep off and disappear, kind of. But you know, here we are yet. Funny shit. Not without recourse, that's for sure. I feel like I'm faint.
One hard thing about finding homes for people on Denver streets has been finding Denverites who are willing to live near them.
Yeah, turn it up or something.
Sounds harsh, but it's true. Neighborhood after neighborhood fought so-called micro-community sites. The Johnston administration's standalone community sites. 69.
Oh man.
Denver's newest hope for something.
Okay, me too.
By the end of this week, every bed will be filled with people who have currently. There, Mike Johnston says these four walls, napkins, and a desk are enough to change lives.
Turn on water? Your water? Go ahead, I've got it. Go.
No questions asked.
Go to watch it.
Have you already gone through a drug rehab program, or have you already gone through a workforce training program? What we know is it's very hard to receive those services if you're living in tent every night.
While Denver operates 4 hotels for the homeless, the city says these micro-communities cost about a quarter of the price per unit. Yet the challenge has always been figuring out where to put them.
I have heard a lot from the community, and I want them to know that I hear them.
Councilwoman
Oh well. I mean, they look. It looks good. Get a motherfucker beat up, right? That's how she looked. She looked like she was mad like a motherfucker.
We plan to open 120 homes here. We're cut the number in half. After neighbors like Douglas think it's a bad idea for this type of neighborhood. I mean, this is a very, very small neighborhood. We're only 120 people, houses big, and by the time they're done of our neighborhood, well, about what it'll bring. The first residents offered a bed and a roof. We'll start moving in tomorrow. We think we brought really some of the best qualities, most expertise. The Mayor's Homelessness Initiative has brought more than 1,300 people off the streets and into shelter.
Where?
Into permanent housing.
Where the hell are these 1,300 people? I want to see this with my own eyes. I don't believe it.
I don't believe anything they say.
It's like when Coon said he housed over 1,000 people.
He didn't. Well, I don't know. But I know that this right here is half the number. I would say maybe, like half the number. It can't be an accurate count because they lied several times. They just haven't been caught on, or they haven't been they pivoted out of the catching. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How does this compare on a cost basis? So
they put effort on that.
The micro community, they break it down from like cost per unit. They say
it's like kind of monthly. So I'm just going off what the thing says. It's like no. Like the program is like the
So that's was the talk to the Denver mayoral campaign.
Okay.
Johnston and a lot of other people.
What was that?
I was not saying micro communities.
No. What was differently?
I took the speaker out.
So you've been rocking like that the whole show?
Yeah. I guess. I thought I took it out. I usually take it out, but I guess I forgot to do it. It was sounding good when I listened to it in the headphones.
Yeah, but nobody else. Yeah, of course, you always got the headphones. Nobody else was. I'm not listening to it on the headphones. I'm watching it. And so it's like kind of like windy during it, you know, or robotic. But all right, whatever. I don't even know what's happening. So can we rewatch this one? Can we replay it?
Communities that said we support
no, because the connection is messed up.
Yeah. All right, Mark. Thank you.
You can't restart it over.
I mean, I can, but it's not really gonna help because it keeps freezing up.
Oh well. But anyways, Bradley, I don't know really what's going on, but yeah, he did put up a new thing, and I don't know what they were saying during the thing, but yeah, that did happen. It's like I said, he was getting denied. I think he thought it was gonna be slick. His place, fucking tiny home villages everywhere.
Yeah.
A lot of these things they thought were gonna be a slick ass idea are now coming to the ass, like the Denver Post building.
Yep, they were duking it out about that earlier.
Mm-hmm. It was a mistake. They should have never bought it.
No. Yeah, but it's too late.
Too late. They didn't read the fine print. Reading fundamental, boys and girls. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there.
The video won't play.
Try the next one. And then go back up.
It won't. The whole thing is frozen. I'm gonna have to restart the Wi-Fi. Hold it down while you have.
All right. Anyway, family, so as he restarts the computer.
Really fine. 9 News reporter Courtney, you live this morning.
Cool. Are you restarting it, or are you just, what are you doing? So I heard it playing in the back. I don't know what he said. So Oldest Praise restarts his shit. Yeah, they did put up a new community. I thoroughly like, and it's on the other side of town. Allegedly, first in the paper said they were going to put everybody that was in an encampment right by there in that. There's like, allegedly there's like 80-some people they were going to place in there. And then now the message is, oh, we're only going to put like 60-something people in there. You know, and then we're going to talk to the rest or whatever. It's stupid. Like, they don't got their shit together at all. And that's what happens. So, you know, when you think you're going to do something. He, like, in this whole time that he's been new mayor, it seems like he's been, you know, not, you know, just kind of like trying to pull shit. I mean, what he can and can't do, you know what I mean? Like when we had the state of emergency, and then he pushed for extension on the state of emergency. Then the emergency went to this and that, and the migrant shit, or the illegal alien shit, or whatever you want to call it. You know, we can't do this, we can't do that. Hey, let's try to work together type bullshit. And I think that what people were, you know, they were so mesmerized by, like, he looks sincere. He has a little face that looks sincere. But I mean, I was calling it then when Jesse was running that. I mean, you really wanted to trust the city with the hands of somebody who helped contribute to destroy Park Hill. Like, I mean, you got to bring that back. I know he listens to me. I was like, all right, well, whatever. Fine. You know, I said all this. But now we just got to watch and see. Right? And as we're watching and see, it's equally just upsetting. And whenever they let us talk on city council, like when I said, let us talk, I'm going to give them the business. Lately, unless like when we showed ourselves over there, I didn't think we were going to be able to speak until we showed up. That would have been 3 weeks that we hadn't really got to speak. Then we showed up. I went off. He went off. But that kind of showed. So that showed that when I went off, and I was going off after the 3 minutes. They were like trying to hush me down. You know what I mean? Like, it was different. And then today, you know, a white lady kept talking for like 6 more minutes. They didn't say shit to her. You know what I mean? When the brother went off, tried to hush him too. Try to hush him too. Okay. See if he's back. Yep.
Okay, I'm back.
Yep.
Down, lady says.
What else am I going to do with myself?
You have the logo.
No. It's just a show.
You have your logo up.
Huh? See what?
You turned the camera off.
Yeah. I was drinking out of a 2-liter bottle, unladylike. I gotta stand up, you know, stretch out, straighten myself out. I'm going back on camera here shortly. Remember, you got up to go get water, and I was holding this shit down. So when you start the next one,
I have to restart the.
Yeah, start the next one. Just had to see my handiwork on the avatar, you know.
We have two viewers. Shout out to the viewers.
Yeah, shout out little eyeballs, whoever's watching. Don't be weird. Say hi. It's my thing. Or don't. It's cool. See you lurking. Seeing you.
Courtney, how many people will be calling this place home?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good morning, Erica and Jordan. There's 60 individual units here at this micro community. Denver's mayor says in total they'll be able to house 120 individuals who used to be
60 units, but they're going to house 120
streets. Now this micro
doubling it up.
Park neighborhood, and it's the first one to open this year. The site has everything from bathrooms to kitchens to trash services.
Hell.
The city says if you take with people living outdoors to offer them indoor accommodations. The city says it will also offer what it calls wraparound services and pathway to permanent housing. That includes employment services and health.
Their dog houses, they just did it all. They just did it wrong.
Now in its second year. According to the city's website,
Happy Petty. We didn't think about it like that.
In a non-group shelter or permanent housing. Now, later on this morning, Denver Mayor Mike Johnston will be here doing a press conference on this. We're hoping to get inside the micro community, take a look at what it looks like, and also learn more about those wraparound services that they're going to be offering. A second community on Alati is also expected to open later on this month, and that's over by Civic Center Park.
All right, Courtney.
Jordan, Erica.
Thank you.
He said, this is all on that. What side of town is this?
Residents experiencing homelessness in Denver.
Southwest or something.
Courtney, you enjoyed this live this morning. And Courtney, how many people will call this thing home?
Yeah, good morning, Corey. And 20 individuals will be able to live here. People who used to be living on city streets. Now, the micro community is located in the Overland Park neighborhood, and it's the first one to open so far this year. The site has everything from bathrooms to kitchens to trash services. During the week, the city says it will be talking with people living outdoors to offer them indoor accommodations.
What part of town is Overland Park?
Will also offer what it calls wraparound services and pathway to permanent housing. That includes employment services and help for those struggling with mental health and addiction. This is all part of the mayor's House 1000 initiative, which is now in its second year. According to the city's website,
oh my God, it hasn't been that long since you started
permanent housing.
Oh my God, it's second year. Like, that's a long time. It's only a few months, family.
Inside the micro community,
literally only a few months.
Learn a little bit more.
I don't want to share with you and your semantics. It's only a few months. It's like it's in its second year, like it's been a long time, like a full year. Oh my God, it's so stupid.
Right now, Denver is still seeing more and more.
It's been like it's only 4 months in, 5 months in. Says in its second year, like it's been doing something.
Well, Johnston ain't even been in all the year.
Right. It's like he's in his second year, like he's been stealing, he's been doing shit the first whole year. Wasn't even a whole year. It's like the last fucking couple of months of the year. Like what, 3, 4, what are we in, February?
9 months.
No, he wasn't doing the House 1000 that for like the last 9 months. It was like 5. Yeah, like the 5, like, yeah. Yeah, like 4, like 3 months before the end of the year. And then it was over.
So the past 6 months he's been doing this shit.
Right. Second year. Like he's been doing all this work. And it's not even a real count because the House 1000 the House 1000 was only supposed to be for the unhoused. They were already here.
Right. Not the illegals.
Not the illegals. That's a separate fucking count. That's supposed to be a separate count. But he couldn't make them numbers because, man, we were on his helmet. He could not make them numbers. So what he do? Pulled a slick one. And he put migrants in the place of unhoused to raise their numbers. That shit jumped like 2 weeks. It was like real low. It jumped up like 400 people in a matter of a week.
Let me finish the video.
Mm-hmm. I wish they would have let me speak today because I had some stuff to talk about.
We'll be lucky if we get to speak once a month.
No, I think they'll let you speak when you show up.
They
don't start it again.
We're not going to be able to speak.
Oh, man. I think that's going to have to happen.
Video played.
Write an article because they're like,
the city's dashboard, and within the last 24 hours, 59 more people have arrived, and more than 1,500 people are in shelters across the state. Last week, the city started shelters where these migrants have been staying. In total, Denver will be closing 4 hotels used as a shelter once each week, and the city will now be focusing on case management to get people housing as well as work.
This morning, prosecutors say more charges against a former Colorado funeral.
Oh, yeah, I need to get his ass.
They said
Miles Harper is over 4 counts for allegedly
housing and work
for a year and a half and giving her family someone else's remains. Hartford appeared for the first time in person in Denver court on Friday after he was arrested on a warrant last month. He was due back in court on March 26th for a formal arraignment. Denver police still have a hotline for anyone impacted by his former business, Apollo Funeral and Cremation Services. That number is at the bottom of your screen. It's 720-913-6610. Right now, police in England are dealing with a similar issue. They have uncovered.
This song with one of his clients' family's ashes. They shouldn't have been doing.
Are they suing him for it?
Okay, that's what they were just talking about.
Yeah, it's nice to see you have a black and mild, cuz. It was nice to see.
Not even a,
will now be focusing
it's
on
not even a black and mild.
housing.
Because I could see it.
Prosecutors say more charges against the former Colorado funeral director are coming. Miles Hartford is already charged with 4 counts of allegedly leaving a woman's body in a hearse for a year and a half and giving family someone else's remains. Hartford appeared time in person in Denver on Friday after he was arrested on a warrant last month.
I don't have no zigzag.
Denver police still have a hotline for anyone impacted by his former business, Apollo Funeral and Cremation Services.
I don't know why I gave
the bottom of the screen is 720-913-6610. Are dealing with similar
when I had them in my crate.
Uncovered.
You only gave me like 2
from the funeral
and kept my other. You know what you did. You know what you did.
Your life.
You did that. You know what you did.
Biden and former President Donald Trump their party nominations. It could happen for both of them after the Georgia primary tomorrow.
I know, like this is weird. Like
regardless of the numbers,
it's like not fun. Like something exciting.
Trump has no other calendars after Nikki Haley dropped out after Super Tuesday last week, and Joe Biden is the major
one again. You know,
today is the first full day of Ramadan. Today, the U.S. had hoped Israel and Hamas would agree on the ceasefire deal, but this morning that seems far away from happening. Right now, there is for negotiators to begin talking again. Now, Israeli Netanyahu says he plans to move forward with an invasion of Rafah in South Gaza, right on the border with Egypt. President Joe
Biden or whatever.
Israel cross.
He must pay more attention to the innocent lives being lost as a consequence of the actions taken. He's hurting Israel more than helping Israel.
Presidential win by if you stop that ceasefire,
did he stop the ceasefire?
Well, this conflict is grabbing attention all over the world.
Really, I don't see how it could happen. Like, think about it. We can't control shit that goes on in other countries. If that was the case, they stopped. They really gave a fuck what the United States really was saying.
Right now, they're dealing with serious flooding after a great storm. You can see roads damaged, choppy waves, streets and parking lots completely underwater. This stretches from Maine all the way down to South Carolina. That storm system is now on its way out.
But on city council, because motherfuckers like, nah, I think it's divisive. Go force it into it. That white bro was quite in on city council.
December was above average. Time from a brutal cold spell in January, higher temperatures continue through the season. February finished as the warmest.
Again, when white people cry tears.
Summer's Olympics. Paris heat waves happen during weeks of the games are scheduled to pass. And athletes and researchers say it is possible that can happen again this year. Most summers, a lot of folks actually leave the city to get out of the heat, and this year there will be tens of thousands more people than
vacation.
The International Olympic Committee says they're taking steps now to mitigate that.
One thing you want to know about the weather today is we're starting to see clouds build and drift across the range, so we will see mostly cloudy skies today. But with those clouds from the northern front range all the way from Aurora to Greeley and Fort Collins, we'll see temperatures in the mid-60s with those mostly cloudy skies.
As they do right now, travel brings up on between I-25 and 25.
And it's March, so we can get dumped on.
All right, Erica, thank you. We'll do this morning.
Missing my appointment.
Yeah, this week though.
It's always worse. I'm not falling for it again. I'm not falling for it again. I'm not gonna make no plans.
Okay, well, get caught in a blizzard because don't say you wasn't warned.
That's what you said last week. He's like 7 inches. Yeah, he's lying, man. He said 7 inches. I was like, man, and I missed I canceled my doctor's appointment because I was like, I can't drive it.
Every time they say schedule appointments, y'all, it freaking snows or something. And I'm trying to tell her ahead of time, like, this is what the weather's going to be. And so she can plan accordingly.
I did. I listened to him. Nothing happened. Oh, there was like no snow.
Because snow, like I said, it was.
Yeah, I was like, God damn it.
It was snow.
There was no snow. It's like that. It wasn't like that. It was like a whisper of snow. But it's in hindsight, I was like, okay, it's gonna snow. I can't drive. And then the weather just decided to do its own thing.
This is a snow. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere.
That's what he said.
You're gonna be snowed in.
That's what he said. And I was like, man, and I was really upset about it because I missed my appointment. I was like, it keeps getting worse and worse. I was like, man, I was thinking about like in a little miniature prison. I was like, yeah, it's like prison. I think it's comfortable as me laying down watching TV. You know, prison, a prison within a prison. You know. Mm-hmm. I remember. Do y'all remember the days when we used to go patrolling? The days of Brady do lives on the way back. Happy outside, middle of the night, talking shit, chasing the police. Man, had a destination and where to go. No more. Those days are done. And that's getting worse.
You'll be getting your chair pretty soon.
Doesn't matter.
Getting a brand new chair. You got a brand new chair coming.
No, I don't. I don't think so. Because I keep missing my appointments because the weather and whatnot and the fucking, and it doesn't help. There's like everything. It seems like it's right there. Wants to be fucking acting stupid all the time. I said, don't get no privileges. There's no privilege. There's no help. There's no assistance. What community? Right? And then not only that, like right now, seriously, real shit. After tomorrow, I won't be online. And that'll be because, fuck, I couldn't get no help. So now I'm just like, man, I'm at the point where, oh well. So I don't really know. They haven't called. Should have been getting my chair right now. All because of a fucking tire change. Terrible. Oh well. Such is luck. Yay.
Damn it, lady. I didn't even change the banner.
Why?
Shout out to Cookies. Not the Cookies show.
No. It's your job. Remember?
I can't see everything, Lady Che.
It's your show. Remember you said that. And it's chilling. I'm not done touching it. Oh, same day.
What do you think on this new?
It's Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday, right?
Today is Tuesday.
Yeah, I can't tell if my computer's. I can't tell if my Jesus, like I said, it was lagging. I can't tell if the computer changed itself automatically or not. There's a day that I still wish we had the analog clocks.
Yes, it automatically adjusts. Yes.
Okay.
So the only thing that you and analog is the only thing you got to set forward.
Yeah. Like when I woke up really late today, I was like, God damn, man. I knew it changed, but man.
Yeah. Lose that extra hour of sleep.
Yeah.
Remember, we had covered a few. They're trying to get rid of daylight saving time.
So what?
Remember, they were trying to get rid of daylight saving time.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't think it was a real thing, but yeah, they did talk about it. I still don't kind of get it, so I don't understand. I feel like it'd be too long to explain because, I think Uncle Phil said something about it too today.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did say something about it too. No. Is that the end of the topic list?
No, not the end of the topic list.
Oh. What's left on the topic list?
The Welton Plaza water crisis, and then the unhoused neighbor and illegal migrant news, and the unhoused neighbor and illegal migrant sweeps.
Aren't we doing that now?
No.
What are we doing? I thought that's what we were talking about is Denver.
We are talking about Denver, but we were talking about the tiny home.
It goes under. I thought that went under the. Right. Go ahead.
I gotta pull it up. So, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are more on something else, but nothing. I just said he thought he was being slick. Finally got one up. I put 60 motherfuckers in it. I didn't hear the first one because it was all muffled. It's good. I don't know what else to say. That kind of catch they cut. Pretty much like I've been waiting on you. I thought this was part of the normal unhoused neighbor shit. Apparently not. I thought we covered some of that yesterday. Apparently not. I was wrong. Here we go, round 3. I'm like, Mom. I was like, I don't know.
You're just very all over the place and very confused about the whole situation. But
me?
I'm
not confused. I'm not confused at all. I know exactly what's happening. I'm just saying that I thought that was part of the unhoused neighbor news. That's exactly what I thought. I'm pretty sure that's what we've been doing for the last 3 years.
Yeah, that's at the very end.
The end.
Not at the very end.
I know, but yesterday when we ended on that, I thought that was the end.
No, not the end. That was the beginning. I just ended it like that because that was the end of that part 2.
So right now, the next one is the water crisis thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a long day, family. Well, not really a long day, but a very demanding day over here. So I try to make all the good use of my time I had, but it didn't seem like it was. It seemed kind of productive until the last few hours. I had to pretty much get in the house of the apartment complex. Very upsetting shit that I had to keep this maintenance thing. Sorry, did you find it?
Yeah, I found one of the clips.
Denver 7's Sam Pena is following up with residents still dealing with the frustrations. So
while we learned that some of the water service returned, they're still having some serious issues.
Everybody can see it, Jesse.
This is the sketch situation.
I'm trying to get the crew together.
It's another day of frustration for Charlotte Cornish.
In the freezing cold with the snow, filling up a bucket.
Since Monday, Charlotte and her neighbors at the Welton Park Apartments have been without water, hauling water jugs downstairs to fill with garden hoses.
They are working their tails off to make sure that we get our water back, but they're working on a system that's working against them because this system was not built properly in the first place.
Apartment management returned Tuesday, then Thursday, and Friday, none of which came true.
It's 4:17 right now, and hour ago we just turned on our cold water back on.
When it comes to the showers,
oh, that's over here. That's the apartment's over here, huh?
They're bone dry.
So I really don't know when my next shower is going to come.
No,
and
you said tenant to Denver apartment. I could hear it's all muffled, weirdo. Jeez, look at me.
I can't hear it.
Because it's weird. I don't know. That's on your end. You're the one sharing it. You tell me. So it said Welton Apartments, cuz? Is that what you said?
Welton Plaza, cuz.
Welton Plaza.
Like,
I can't hear it, Jesse, and you're lagging in the computer. That's not on me. Not on me. Don't get frustrated. I'm just asking you a question because I couldn't hear it. It's not on me. Carry on, play the video. I'm not arguing with you. You're right, I'm wrong. Just play the video. I couldn't hear it. That's not my fault. If I can't hear it, they can't hear it.
I can't hear it now. I don't know if you can hear it now.
Henyard is following up with residents, still dealing with the frustrations. So while we learned that some of the water service returned, we're still having some serious issues. This is the sketch situation.
It's another day of frustration for Charlotte Cornish.
In the freezing cold with the snow, filling up a bucket.
Since Monday, Charlotte and her neighbors at the Welton Park Apartments have been without water, hauling water jugs downstairs to fill with garden hoses.
They are working their tails off to make sure that we get our water back, but they're working on a system that's against them because this system was not built properly in the first place.
Apartment management emailed residents saying water would return Tuesday, then Thursday, and Friday, none of which came true.
It's 4:17 right now. An hour ago, they just turned on our cold water back on.
When it comes to the showers,
nothing at all.
They're bone dry.
So I really don't know when my next shower is going to come.
And still without hot water, residents are using their stoves to boil water for cleaning.
And that will be for my dishes.
In response, the apartment's owner, Graystar, has issued hotel vouchers to elderly residents and those with disabilities.
So I have to be out tomorrow.
But after speaking to some of the residents who received the vouchers, they say they're not long enough, since hot water won't be back until later in the week.
They're hoping Wednesday. Those vouchers only go till Sunday.
We reached out to Graystar, but have yet to hear back. In the meantime, Charlotte's faith is dwindling.
You're exhausting all these people without addressing the actual problem.
For Denver 7, I'm Sam Pena.
Wow. Yes, the freak try to capitalize on those people.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
People living at a Denver apartment building say they have gone days without running water.
You know, these Denver apartments, landlords and shit, they really don't give a damn. I mean, like, yeah. I look at like even we suffer our own shit. You know what I mean? And they don't want to fix it right away or
Denver 7's Brandon Richards, the hardship residents have faced and what apartment management is promising to do now.
Charlotte Cornish is frustrated.
It's exhausting. It's literally one of the most exhausting things I've ever dealt with.
Charlotte and her neighbors at Welton Park Apartments in Denver's Five Points neighborhood have been without running water for several days.
So
that's where Karen stays. The one at the MSCD told you not to hang out with. Oh no, that was Godmother. Oh, never mind. I retract my whole statement. But yeah, I know somebody that stays there.
Mm. It's across the street from the park.
Yeah, from
the ball
Jurassic
field.
Park.
It's across the street from the ball field / park. Over there, Sunny Lost.
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, the ball field. I have a couple of friends that stayed there too when I was when I was in my encampment there on the
when it came Tuesday. It's been now Wednesday, now Thursday. It went out Monday morning.
They can't wash dishes, take showers.
I'm not afraid we go up and take showers.
They have to use one of the portable restrooms. Go to another building to take a shower or to fill up buckets of water.
We need our water. We can't be living out of porta potties and a hose out back for the rest of the month.
Charlotte does it more from a corporate office.
And I know the managers have been working as hard as they can to get this done, but again, they can only do so much.
Rebecca Coon, an attorney with the Community Economic Defense Project, which provides legal resources to tenants, says under Colorado law, landlords must begin making repairs after tenants notify them about a problem in writing.
It sounds like this landlord knows that this condition is going on. One problem, though, is that the current law doesn't actually require the landlord to complete those repairs, which is something our organization is trying to fix with some new legislation that's moving forward.
In a statement to them,
it's not a, what is that? Regular people live there. Right? I mean, it's not a voucher apartment, right?
Which includes a monetary concession.
Or Section 8.
To be complete,
I mean, they can get shut down by not complying.
For any
That's exactly what happened over here.
As for Charlotte,
this should not be an issue that takes multiple days to fix.
She's just hoping this ends sooner rather than later. Brandon Richard, Denver 7.
The Community Economic Defense Project says if you have questions about your rights as a tenant, you can reach out to an attorney.
This is a problem for the 5-point bid.
They also qualify for free legal advice from groups like theirs.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be some kind of, they got to be held accountable because you can't just act like they can't fix it. I said, I think there's regular people there, but I think there's, voucher people too, because we had friends that were on vouchers living in them apartments. So,
yeah, go there. That have vouchers, but it's mainly Section 8 over there.
Yeah, there's rules, so they get shut down, like for real shut down. I made a whole little demand about that today. I was like, look, I got a solution, another solution. Just problem solve. This is cheaper, write this off, blah, blah, blah. Or lose your financial asset. Simple as that. And then it brought me to a whole new brainstorming idea. This program and this program.
No, it's a whole other video.
This road leads to Disneyland.
It's a video from Florida.
I mean, you think about it, there's all these things going on right now with eviction, and rental or eviction help and all this stuff. Tenant rights, tenant help, and yet they say that they have these programs, but nothing's happening. So it's kind of like I feel like it's a finesse or a gaslight. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about it.
They have had these programs for at least a decade now.
Right.
They didn't have
Right, but as of late, they've been really pushing these. But as of late, they've really been pushing these changes to where, allegedly they're like, oh, we added more to this program for rental assistance or eviction. For evictions assistance.
Because remember the COVID moratorium ended.
Yeah, but I'm talking about recently, like in the last fucking month. So what they did is like, because people were, they were getting evicted, blah blah, to the moratorium. I mean, I brought that up why there was more homeless people. But they were making these changes.
195 doors. Units plans to knock on every one of them. She's the enforcement coordinator at Denver Metro Fair Housing Center.
Any money that you spend for food while you're out or additional water, hold on to your receipts, because I'm going to need those receipts to go along with your complaints.
Regina says the apartment complex has violated the rights of tenants, and she wants to take this to federal court. It all started last week when a pipe broke at the Welton Park Apartments. The people living here went days without running water, and Regina is making sure they're covered.
I can't imagine being in that type of situation and not knowing what to do.
The water was standing up off the carpet.
And not knowing the resources that are out there.
Yesterday, she knocked on doors for 2.5 hours, educating tenants about their rights. She was planning to do the same thing today until a representative from Greystar, the company that manages the property,
punked her off the building, huh?
Okay, I won't do that. Okay. Hi, my name is
That's intimidation.
Stopped her from knocking, yet she still found a way to get the information out there. Regina isn't a attorney,
but I do the enforcement.
She knows the law, and she wants people here.
Yeah, that's wrong. You shouldn't have your light worker to come over there and try to, manage somebody.
Right.
He tried to manage her out. He tried to fuck her out. Good for you. Good for you. Right. Because mother be like, shit, you know.
That's it. Like,
good for her. That's great.
Man, just put a class action out against these.
Shut that shit down. Shut your shit. There are a lot of people who are gonna get shut down because then when you just slum like shit under programs. I don't like ugly because the shit going down, especially when they should have went down. Should have all been perfect before. They should have shut it down. And now, watch. It'll happen again. Because a lot of shit is fucking bad. All bad.
The second half of this is the Coon Think Zone. I'm going to get involved with it.
Oh, photo op session. It's photo op time.
Yeah.
Photo ops. It's all about photo ops. Optics. Photo ops. Best believe though, they ain't sitting on the board. They ain't on the boards, you can't see them in Zooms and shit. They might be on the email list, but they ain't in there. But they show up where the cameras is on.
I said Denver leaders. I said these ain't no leaders. They have opportunity.
They're out there for the camera, man. You gotta be able to look good on camera.
The news word.
God, man. Photo ops.
But Meridian first. You're gonna see Meridian first.
I'm not in this for like 30 minutes this morning.
New developments in a story we brought you last Wednesday. The Welton Park Apartments in Denver are still without running water. Today, community leaders are rallying in support of those who have now been without water for 6 days. Water was shut off Monday due to a large leak in one of the hallways. Today, the Center for Advanced
Community they should answer.
Those living in the apartment, tenants of the 195 affected
just 'cause
units
they have
are
organizations
listing
that
a set
have
of
black
demands.
in
They're
them,
asking for
don't mean that they
prorated
black
rent,
all the
public
time.
release of the maintenance report, and a formal apology.
We are not requesting, we are demanding that you release a structure of how your organization will now completely revamp
but not in your building.
Equity practices.
So instead of lying about cleaning the building
Oh, look,
and saying,
you're back
here's
to
another
regular
let's
Yeah,
actually say, hey,
Chantel
we're going to have a sit down
Paul
and we're going to have an
Castaways
email with
mom.
all the residents and tell them exactly what's going on
She's
and
one
what
of
we're
the
going
people
to
that
do to
stay in
fix
the
the
building.
problem for good rather than slap another temporary fix on this. Solutions are being accepted to help provide water to those affected.
Paul Castaways mom. That was a native dude that got like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
All new tonight, residents at the Welton Park Apartments in Denver haven't had running water since early Monday morning.
And now they're relying on an outdoor hose and porta potties to get by. Fox 31 problem solver Andrea Henderson talking to frustrated residents and property managers about what's being done.
Yeah, Jeremy, people were actually lining up all day to use a garden hose at the building next door. They actually have to fill up these buckets just to flush their toilets, something they've been doing since Monday.
Every day is the water be on at a certain time, the water be on this time, and I haven't had water since Monday. This is how I get my water.
Residents at the Welton Park Apartments without water for days and forced to fill buckets.
I would be flush their toilet. How hell breaks loose.
I got to feel the use of my cook or anything. I go down 3, maybe 4 times a day. You know,
Really profiling.
The other option, porta potties lined out back. And to bathe, they have to
over there with the water hose. You got to pull up out of it.
At the building next door.
I have to come from this building to this building to take a shower. Then I got to sign a paper to see what time I could get a shower. And that's ridiculous.
Residents were notified Monday the water had to be shut off because of a large leak in one of the hallways. A follow-up email let residents know the water would be back on by Tuesday at 7 p.m. But there were more complications, and come Thursday, still no water.
That was 2.5 days ago, and just did the whole thing all over again. This is getting out of hand.
The affordable housing run by Graystar Property Management. In a statement, they said, we anticipate the repairs to be complete and to restore water this evening. We apologize for inconvenience to our residents.
Yeah, I hope they have the water fixed, because I can't afford a motel room. The money I pay a month, we should have something better than this.
Right.
Now, residents have been told that the water is supposed to come back on this evening. The Department of Public Health, they went there on Wednesday to the property and gave them a notice of violation. They tell me if the water's still not back on, they're going to go back there tomorrow, do another inspection. Then the property could get another citation, this one included with a fine. Live here in Denver, Andrea Henderson, Fox 31. And hopefully they get the result in quickly.
Fuck that. Fine them. Fine them. Hey, you need a fucking example, man. Fine them. Like, fine them.
Class action lawsuit.
And the motherfucking free Coons don't need to stop making fucking Kodak fucking appearances on fucking camera.
Mobile showers, thanks to no water.
See Beyonce back in his regular clothes?
President about the situation.
Because it's back in his regular clothes.
Hot water's been off, so it's not like I could run this thing. And so this is all just been chilling. So I'm sorry about the smell that's coming out, but this is the reality. There haven't been a lot of options to cook or clean for residents. Charlotte Furnish. That's exactly why I still have this gallon water.
It's the update.
Charlotte is living at the Welton Park apartment building that currently has a broken pipe. For 6 days, its 195 units haven't had hot water, and for the majority of that time, no water at all. Situation you have absolutely no hot water to clean yourself with. Same thing has added mobile showers.
I don't run shit because I'd be like, fight them. I don't give a fuck what they say.
Meantime, if they had a proper emergency plan addressed with the pipe system, we would have been fine. But
They had no idea what to do with
Y'all
us.
can't do something for these people.
For a lower income building, they don't see it as a big problem. The building announced today to reduce April's rent. Residents say
immigrants, why can't you do actual residents?
this will be as soon as they start
They should get free rent for fucking April.
And I'm hoping it would be within a few days.
And they should be moved into an actual hotel.
It's available, deliver drinking water. Some residents told me on camera that they've paid for hotels out of pocket though, and just want this situation over and done with. And they've got some community leaders back. There was people out there today really rallying.
Shit, find them.
A bunch of goddamn clout chasing coons.
Oh man, please, I want to see them talk.
School board member was out there for a 1 p.m. press conference this afternoon, as well as multiple city council members. And so people really want to see this, and there's definitely a community push to make this right. Okay, Angeline, take recording. Here in Denver, temperature is hitting the mid-60s.
Because you want to see that shit.
I hear the Coons talk. That's all Denver listens to.
Unfortunately. Shout out to the viewers. Appreciate y'all tapping in late, staying up late with us. I gotta pull this up. This is gonna require me to do something.
Cloud chasers. Worse than ambulance chasing motherfucking. Just show up and act like you're gonna do something.
Look what I'm doing. Look at me. I care about black people.
Like, woo. Trump is advocating. Black people must show up and try to advocate, and then go back and talk shit about it. Or go back and talk about it on the Free Coon Zone at 2 o'clock. Wee. Where's the ambulance chasing? Shame on you. Fucking capitalizing, even if it's emotional capitalizing, morally capitalizing on black people's shames and problems. Tokenizing. That's really what it is. In blackface.
Baby. Only one month off the year. They must have heard us, so now they want to try to be black 2 months off the year.
It's not even a whole month. It's not even a whole month. It's just like that 2 year that this is going into the second year. No. Just because it was at the end of 1 year in the beginning of this year, it's only really been like 6 months. If that. Giving him a little credit, he's showing his ass everywhere. But okay, come on. But these motherfuckers right here, hold up the power fist. I don't have no. This is for him.
You see this cow chasing shit here.
Hell nah. No, you gotta pay me. I don't agree with capitalizing even emotionally, morally, financially on black people's problems. I don't feel like I think we need to say something.
And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all.
Oh. Well, they're not doing it just because they genuinely care. They're doing it for clout.
No.
Doing it for like cred. You know? To act like they're in there. They're out of the street. But they don't sit on these boards.
Yeah.
That we you know what I mean? They don't do the work. They're just outside. Look, he's in his regular clothes now. Black shirt, bruh. Get out that shit. You're not allowed to wear it. Right. He heard the message. Glad you heard the message, cuz. Just like when I said you were butt broken.
Good afternoon. My name is H-O-L-M-E-S.
She dropped the weird ass earrings. Be all right.
And I'm going today.
It's a body up in his hair. No, man. You don't even want me to get into it, dude. It's climbing like the other day for 30 minutes.
To elevate the voices of the residents.
Okay, black and black.
And the community members that decided to gather in response to a water crisis that they've experienced.
This fucking dramatic ass fucking
is that you allow
speeches.
for those voices to
Hard
elevate.
pause.
And if there are any questions or comments that you would like from
Bitch, who are you
officials or
asking these
that
questions?
you did not concluded this press conference. So what you see behind us are countless cases of water for the residents of this housing unit. And in the distance, you also see
the same broad that bought 500 pillows.
They
didn't have shit to fucking put them in.
Under the leadership of Ray
for the unhoused, right? But didn't have no kids to the women.
We wanted to come together.
Communities.
Right, whatever. Bring them over here. It's like a whole gypsy fucking sleeping quarters up there. Right? And I was like, no blanket. Like, you're gonna give me a pillow? Can I get a blanket too?
Donated.
And I pray tell, where are you going to put them at? Who gets these?
And as we look to the concept of dignity,
shut up.
We also have to demand those that are responsible or hold positions of authority.
I don't know.
In this regard. I'm going to talk about two of those demands.
Please don't.
Oftentimes, in communities like this, despite the excellence that already exists, oftentimes it's community like this that seemingly is assumed to be the path of peace. But history has shown us that it's the communities like this.
You're gonna get to hear every 2 words.
You all today.
What are you like, what are you looking at this cheap ass watch you got going on? You gotta watch up both hands, or no, watch the bracelet. Cause I'm just glad he's back in his regular clothes.
I don't know what a closed caption is.
Who knows? Who knows? Is this weird ass broad is always doing some weird shit.
How did you get on here and you've been blocked?
Without water. That is not dignity.
This isn't dignified, really. I wonder if they go home and they're like, yeah, I'm glad I chased this
like water on a doorstep,
acting like I'm doing
and
all of a sudden I'm one of service.
Spaces where tenants can take showers.
Right.
Each tenant was afforded 30 minutes, and they
can't be with the white women. Can't be with the white women. She's been on the same bullshit. She's now the go-to. Go-to Coonstress.
Sending them to a hotel so that they have access to water, working water. That is not dignity.
Shit.
Cold water is the only thing that has been restored as of now. Cold water was, but it wasn't tested until this morning. So the residents here had to assume
thorough, but not really thorough.
That
like the
dignity.
So for those responsible for this,
I gotta take my
you
shirt
know
off.
the Welton Park residents and public
Dignity.
apology.
Right,
that is our first demand.
This is all fresh and new, okay? Trust me, I've been outside. You'd be surprised at all I know. This is all like new in the last year-ish. Nothing more than a year, just in the year-ish. Ever since a motherfucker decided to buy her a meal, and she shared with 2 other motherfuckers and made her a sidekick. She's been on one. Real shit. Am I lying? Am I lying? He bought her a meal. He bought them a meal that they shared, and Hashim got the end of it. He was like, damn, it's all you left me. And made her a sidekick.
Oh, his punk ass is there too. You don't see him in the background?
Who?
Hashim.
Let's talk about that real quick while we're at it, real fast. I'll talk about my own shit later. I can take blame for it, right? I'm saying it. You know, it's a real bad sign, right? When you're running for a House District 8 position, and the only article that comes up is the "What about you? Almost shooting a prostitute." And they're like, "You're the worst, horriblest motherfucking interview on the fucking newspaper," and that's the only thing that shows up for you. Nothing good that highlights you, right? Now you're like, "Who are you to like? Who am I, right, to speak on such a thing?" First of all, I pivot. I would never. I'd never. Okay. Case in point, they may not like me, but I did all my shit. And I sent it to them. Okay. Whether they put it out there or not, that's on them. You know, nobody likes me. It's cool. I'm all right with that. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. However, this is somebody that everybody goes to for. He thinks he's the political motherfucking guru. Yeah. Right? And I'm like, dude, and he tried to go on fucking. I think it helps because I've experienced Oh hell no, because it don't help.
You ain't got no room to talk until you.
You been hosting Diddy like a motherfucker, acting like you was better than thou, right? Talking shit about motherfuckers that never did nothing like that. Oh my God, he was like talking about the epitome of motherfucking houses. How much shit did Hashim talk about you? How much shit did Hashim talk about you? Still, even now. Right? And look, he did it to himself. He did it to himself. What? What? What's his name? What?
So we are not requesting, we are demanding.
Oh my God.
Release of your organization will now stamp equity policies, equity practices, and ensure that they are sustainable. Now allow Ayante Anderson to do the final.
Tomato.
Thank you, Medina. I want to acknowledge our council members that are
I'm
here.
glad you're in regular clothes. Glad you stopped this.
There's Carolyn.
Yeah.
The white woman. That's Carolyn.
Glad you pointed out the white person in the back. I'm glad he's out of his Nation of Islam clothes.
Yeah, Karen. That's Karen.
Yes, Karen.
Not the bad Karen. That's the good.
You wouldn't know. But I'm glad I'm glad Ayante's out of disrespecting the NOI clothes, and he's back in his regular gear. I'm glad he's back in his regular gear. I guess that's $61 million to make you put your regular clothes back on.
Yeah, so there like 3 people that stay in that building.
Mm-hmm. So I said I thought it was like a Section 8 thing or whatever. But the brother before said, as much money as they pay into it. So it could be others.
Joined by residents who we will be hearing from next. We have received an update as of this morning that one of our demands is that the Denver water needs to be tested. Our Denver water needs to test the water and then release the report to the community. So they are going.
You want to test water anywhere else? Like, remember, just keep in mind this is a leak.
Now.
Nah, this is being extra. Let's extra. Let's be extra.
Necessities such as water.
Of course,
it's one of those round table thoughts. Somebody thought it'd be a good idea.
Different residents will come and share their experiences. We know folks' experiences are going to be different. Not everybody has a negative experience of how this situation happened.
What? If 150
had a mellow experience. And so we want to ensure that those voices are elevated over our elected officials and us as community leaders. But we want to make sure that those who are impacted can be able to share their experience. folks know how to formally address their apology. And
you got to refer to yourself as a community leader, and you're not.
95 cases, every door that is in the building that is standing behind us. You see the porta potties that are behind us. For days, residents had to come out to use these porta potties, or use a hose to take water upstairs to pour into their toilets.
They got porta potties. Just keep in mind, right across the street, only 2 places for the unhoused.
And still, there is no insight into hot water. It's unacceptable. We're working with, we are liaising with various different organizations, the mayor's office.
They don't know what any of that's like. Well, Ayante knows what that like.
Representative Javier Mabry.
He don't even live over here. He lives over there. He lives over like in Aurora or some shit down in Denver. We stop chatting.
Ayante was homeless when he was going to Manual.
Have had similar experiences at their apartment complexes throughout the city. This is not
so he knows what it's like to be unhoused.
Here with Welton Park apartment residents. So with that, I'm going to turn it
unhoused, like living outside on sidewalk, like unhoused.
Yeah. Yes.
I wonder what he did, because doesn't have to be unhoused. It's like like there must be a trend going on. Motherfuckers just fucking up their life right now. They got a job, you're not the director of school board no more. She's out here fucking up.
They put him out. He was talking crazy to his mom, and she put him out.
All of these plumbers and all these office workers have been exhausting all of their efforts.
What mother would tolerate such?
Right.
About it, right?
Whatsoever. It's a lack of faith in Grace Star themselves.
Not even a villain would ever, man, I'd be giving her the light work forever. But I don't expect her to keep me.
Everything is falling apart.
I'm giving her the light work since I can remember.
Buildings up the street here that have been.
And she showed me how much is, how much value. She don't come back. The way she leaving it. So.
You bring it home.
Yeah. I don't expect you to take it and keep me. I expect her to do what she's supposed to do. Peace.
And on Thursday. It's only temporary.
It's dumb to think you can talk shit to your mother and she's keep you there. No, that's not how it's supposed to work.
We're building apart. And with this many people,
don't like
they're not just unequal body. There's a lot of people that are disabled in here, a lot of people with children, and a lot of people with issues that are a lot deeper that they're already having caseworkers for. And yet,
yeah, you see how she's right there behind Daryl.
Say, hey, these people that are trying to get help in this area, they also don't have water now. So all the trauma that they're trying to get over is being recollected in their own home.
Is this bride ever gonna get some
as a great start
or shit or what?
1,000 units to their name, largest tenant leasing area in the entire nation. And you have
I've seen this bride with the same straight hair for like in 3 years. Never change up. I have to wonder, wonder.
She's FDA because I think she's
I really don't. I think there's some tethering going on.
Funny how a lot of people didn't even get emails about these hotel vouchers.
Some Caribbean shit going on somewhere.
Yeah.
In her lineage. No, it's like Caribbean.
In this building.
Caribbean Latino shit.
And that's
she's giving Candy Jones vibes.
Right. Not no African tether. That like African stuff. Some Caribbean shit going on. I got this Caribbean tethering vibe.
Any plumbing person
it's you don't have no texture. Like there's no
lying about
do when it gets wet, like stay straight.
Yeah.
Let's actually say, hey, we're gonna have a sit down and we're gonna have an email with all the residents.
I remember me and me and Bianca got the texture, right? Certain parts lock up. It's a real thing, right?
She could be taking a hot comb to it.
No, I think it's like relaxer.
Or yeah, she could be getting a perm too.
Yeah, that's like a relaxer type.
His mom, Lynn, Eagle Feather.
Our rights are being violated. Water is essential. For the water?
Yeah, they fought for the water, and they kicked the black people off a lot of them tribes too.
Right.
Why this is kept.
Right.
And here we are.
I like Aboriginal. I like the word Aboriginal versus pretendian.
Yeah.
You know, my son isn't standing up. But yes, my arm is in pain. I helped a pregnant lady lift her water. We have to take our laundry to the next building. So I'm in pain. And I didn't know about the housing voucher until last night. When I got there, they didn't even have my name on the list.
I just
moved over there because she's
what I just say.
She's
Yeah, I'm doing the.
What I just say.
She must have just moved over.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I think she's been there though.
I think so.
I think so because this is what she said though. She's been there.
Yeah.
This is what she said.
I remember her staying on the west side off of Morrison
That's
Road.
not what okay, yes, everybody's moved around, but that's not what she just said though.
But that was like 5 years ago, so she might have been over here for a minute.
Yeah, so they're hiding like man, these case managers.
Thank you guys for listening. And thank you, Daryl, and thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, she stayed right by the Indian Center.
Yeah. Oh man, remember that protest happened and then they shut that down. They're actually doing good work.
Yeah, they were.
Cousin, pink phones.
Retaliation from.
Yeah, that's horrible. Y'all see that?
Right.
And coming to speak.
Real
Are frustrated with
pink.
We have not.
Girl, and I ain't got no pink phone, cuz.
Right.
I'm pretty sure
I'm a girl. I like. I ain't got no pink phone.
With water wasn't too bad.
Last week or 2 weeks ago when he did the proclamation, it was hot pink.
They knew it would know until the very end. Sent the information on the portal, but
is he trying to hit or something?
I did not know until I saw the notice.
It is what it is. You just ain't said it.
And so it's a very long way. The first time that they gave us water.
I'm glad that he stopped perpetrating and put on his regular clothes. I'm sure the NOI would are glad about that too. There's somebody said,
Get out there. The hose at the building, and because nobody could flush toilets for 3 days unless you use the water bottles. They got portable toilets. They got really nasty really fast. It wasn't safe to go into them at night, and they started giving us food. But if you didn't get an email, or if you worked, you didn't know how to come and get the food. They started giving us a case of water to each apartment, which isn't a lot for a family. We have cold water now, but no hot water, no showers. I have been here for a few years. We have never have had both elevators working at the same time, and if they do, it is very often.
And your friend, man, that apartment complex is gonna die.
I can't afford anywhere else for things like this.
Yeah, it's been fucked up.
And they said,
how they do the disabled people there?
Yeah.
1 or 2 hour. Excuse me.
Where was the community for that?
There was a Johnny and Jane come lately.
So,
where was the community when you had the unhoused getting shot at from them apartments?
Right. This is the shot spotter. The shot spotter.
So I'll give it to you.
Right. When we're intense, these motherfuckers are shooting at us from their apartment window.
So something that just came in, and one of the senators was watching. This is from Senator Julie Gonzalez. Good afternoon. Lack of water is an existing rationale to file a warrant of habitability claim.
Hold on, that guy. Who's she reading it from?
Alongside Senator Tony Exum, Representative Andy Lindsay, and
They didn't show up. They let the token piece speak for them.
under the words of habitability. The bill will go to a full Senate vote on Monday.
Speaking of big engagements, probably know she is.
Has been largely gutted for July 2023 Court of Appeals decision, which is why we are working on Senate Bill 94, safe housing for residential tenants. This bill would apply to Section 8 as well.
Language is horrible. It's ambiguous.
Are there any other residents that would like to speak? Yes, ma'am. Come on through here.
Walk over there, take a mic, cause do something with yourself. Like, stop doing that. Like,
Auntie Chill.
Yes, my name is Leila Odom. I've been here since the grand opening. I've seen some good and bad, but
She's been there for a minute.
I do understand the retaliation. That's when I came down from my apartment. And I have signs posted on my door.
That building's been around for
Since
like
the day
almost 10
I
years.
arrived here at Welton Park, I have had those kind of things happen to me. And I'm not afraid.
Right.
And those are the things on my door say, I'm not afraid. So I implore the residents to get up, come out, step up, stand up, and speak out. I'm not afraid. Now, today, I must say that the management that we have seems to be trying to do something. They seem to be trying to do something to help us. However, all of this a week, I work every day. I'm a street supervisor for the RTD.
Yeah.
And when I come home, it's very late. No running water. I'm very tired. This thing has aggravated pre-existing health conditions that I already have. And I see some people that are in a little more of a pickle than I am. And what is being done for us? I asked this question some time back. What? Should we be just kicked by the wayside because we are poor, because we are disabled, because we are minorities?
Uh-oh.
I
No,
don't
because we're
understand.
black.
I do not understand. So
call
no,
what it
I'm not
is.
afraid. And anyone that wants to stand with
Minorities, no, because you're black. That's why.
That's the main reason.
Broad ambiguous language.
and standing, I've had maybe 6, 7, 8 attempted evictions. I'm not afraid. Gray Star, I'm not afraid.
They really been trying to.
Man, Gray Star got their hands in a lot of problems. Remember, they were part of that. They were trying to get on that Park Hill golf course thing too.
Yep. Oh, Gray Star.
So you have heard from the residents that are living in these conditions. You have heard from the sentiments of leadership that understand the
Ain't
assignment.
no leaders. Sancho is the only one that's a leader up there.
We are making these demands.
So right now I'm starting to look like questioning. I'm questioning certain things, but I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt right now. Only like a slightly, because what happened when we went up there was pretty telling.
Oftentimes, are the path of least resistance. But historically, we have shown and we will continue to show that it's communities like us that understand how to
It's like a company. It's like a
effective.
Who the hell is weed on?
You have the resources.
That mammyism.
And now you understand the voices.
Like this is taking advantage of a situation, like emotionally, mentally.
Yeah, another resident.
Big time. That's exactly what it is.
Myself and
I can't get down with it.
Manager here or something like that. I get an eviction notice on my door. When I pay my
I rent a month early every month. I've done nothing to live here. And another thing, too, I signed a lease when I got here. I thought I was supposed to sign a lease for every year that I'm supposed to be here.
Right.
Last time I signed one was 3 years ago.
Same here. I have signed a lease.
Yeah, me too. And I still haven't signed a new one. I mean, when you got license, me. Fuck you.
I live here. We're on month to month lease.
4 years I've been in
We
this
have
hell.
no capability. We could just throw us on the street in a heartbeat. You know, because we don't have no lease. What's up with that? I've never heard that in my life. I'm 69 years old. You know? It's unacceptable.
It is unacceptable.
I don't like the way
And when
this
we U.S. veterans being treated like this, it should grapple with all of us.
heard her speeches because
We will open it up for any questions.
Please. Somebody grab the mic.
Right.
Like, who put you in charge to answer questions for them? You don't live there. You want to assume the white lady put them in charge, but no.
That's my counsel on this.
I'm having giving her the benefit of the doubt slightly, but what I witnessed with my own eyes.
It's a beautiful opportunity.
By
some of the failed policies. And so
they put him on that proclamation. They put Jeff on that proclamation for Black History Month.
State elected, city elected, where we might be.
You see, I've said it before. Well, you don't whatever. I know. Man, everything comes to the light when you're ugly. Gotta like ugly. You do bad things to fucking good people. God don't like it.
That you all know that I'm also listening to your concerns, even though I'm in a different district.
Oh Lord, Black and
Councilmember
gay.
Lewis also grew up in this neighborhood. So beyond council, I think Daryl Watson of the city council.
Or gay and black. That's what I said. How confusing because he's not black first. He has a white husband.
Those communications I've received from the community, had discussions with last night, had discussions with Denver Water. A few things that have not been shared.
Styles from up here in tight ass fucking pants and brown shoes and shit.
They are currently investigating this.
Little helmet.
These are the things that you as residents investigating those things, and as Senator Gonzalez shared, the law that really governed having bill was a lot of stuff was put out of it.
Tell him that when you let a motherfucker that destroying Park Hill, the city.
But then ensure that this place is habitable, not having water for 6 days, having only one day or 2 days.
Never
fucking hypocrite.
As well as DDPHE and the folks are investigating what's going on here, knowing that this is not the only place this is happening. We are certain
that way next to the next.
It is not acceptable. We work with the community to make sure this changes.
Thank you so much. Again, Chantel, District 8, Denver City Council. I wanted to respond to one of the things that I heard from the department regarding retaliation.
You're making music good, like, oh my God, like, oh, bad. Catch more shit with you know.
Reach out.
And I want to say that this is a topic that we're talking about in terms of Denver. This is not a Denver issue. This is happening to a lot of folks in the community. And so I want to make sure that we're thinking about this issue.
I want to talk about the community. Next thing you should say, the community.
The Coon.
What's the name? No, they say community. The community.
Yeah, the community.
Right.
Oh Lord, her again.
Not just in
I gotta close it out with biracial.
Yeah.
Close it out with Horty.
Notices and information. This right here brings here, but am I clear that this is just another thing in a long list of things?
Jeff.
Oh,
Yes, that is true.
he decided he want to be the fucking media right now. Look, you hear whose voice that is?
Yeah.
You see? Am I wrong? We were not wrong. This is about fucking capitalizing on shames and fucking all this extra shit. Oh, it's right down the street. Let's just walk over there.
Yeah.
Throw the tripod up.
We're still going to have one of our elevators going to be out.
Yeah.
Photo op time. Photo op.
Right. We'll bring the crew. No wonder it makes sense now.
Community.
When they built this building,
Bringing the crew down. They got all the usual coons there. Hashem, Ayate, Median, motherfucking gay. Gay and Black is part of the coonery, and fucking old boy fart. the usual coon.
That ain't my brother.
Stick it if you know it.
Fuck you, bro.
Starting with us.
Fuck you, bro. We just let you talk. We just tolerate you, bitch. You ain't got no other choice. If you see the same energy in public, we seen it.
Right.
We got video evidence of it.
Yep.
Motherfucker up in the corner like Ayate in the corner like scary ass.
I thought it was on site though.
I thought it was on site too.
By the owner.
They can't be on site. They don't got that motherfucking that fire. They got that every third word hard pause.
The proper price. So just because we are a low-income place,
see how funny it is. This shit keeps crumbling down all around me. You heard what? I'm not gonna mention it. They're gonna do their own research later. I'm gonna take a flip for it. But you see how it went down today with Vincent in City Council.
Oh yeah.
he called that out. I was like, I was watching. I was like this.
Yeah.
I was like, see.
I was just agreeing with him. I was like, yep, fuck him.
Me too. I was like, yeah, that's right. But then you couldn't see us, he wasn't here. But I was watching it. I was working on something. I was watching it. I was like, and some shit stepping back like,
come outside.
Motherfucker said, might want to be rude to it. But it's regular motherfuckers that got shit to lose. They're saying it, but really rude to it.
And I mean, I just found out that I was the last person to check into the hotel.
Damn.
And I had to find somebody on the outside. Nobody never told me anything. I lived right here on the first floor.
Oh my God.
Thinking you would come tell me something, just knowing my condition.
You know why, brother? Because they're trying to avoid the situation.
I just re-signed my new lease. And I'm not good with this.
I know you revert that down.
My health. I have lung cancer. COPD.
That's what I'm talking about, brother. They don't give a fuck about us.
Outside using these water jump. They're not gonna clean this.
See, it's gonna be the little guy that shuts it down. Watch.
And I'm not good with it. I will be trying to find me a lover.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get to work, brother. Get to work. Shut that shit down. How about we want? So we want to test the water. This is one of those table thoughts where somebody thought they were gonna be smart.
We actually haven't been able to see the.
You know why?
We have been told to do the water. Community, different officials reaching out to them, that they did come out and test the water, but it was not on a request of the Gray Star Company. It was because of those reaching out saying, we want the water tested. We don't trust it. It got back this fast. We want you to test our water. So Denver Water has confirmed it.
We didn't stop complaining. Like, first we wanted it on. Then it's too fast that it was on.
We did not test it when They initially turned it.
But then you ain't tested it since. You built the shit.
Denver Water, what if Denver Water would have tested their water today and came back?
Well, if that's the case, you're gonna have to shut down everything. Just keep in mind, as you shall receive, that shit come up bad. All them businesses right there, all the apartments, all that shit on that street, the other side of the street, all gotta close down.
Then every resident will be walking away today.
Let's think about it. I'm like, did you think this up? Did you think this through? Because all the water coming from is all from the source, it's all going through everybody's shit.
Shouldn't take
this through.
You all bring 190 cases of water because of an inhumane crisis that residents are having to face.
The water too big. Where's the community right now? Give it back. Oh, I forgot. You're giving to the migrants.
Because
so you just get water, bro, at your apartment.
Actually,
the migrants get to eat everything. You have everything.
This never happens.
I don't know, bro. You ain't got no job. It could happen to you, for real. Anytime now. Anytime now. You right back. You got no job. You're welcome.
Yep.
The last report that we heard is that it appears that hot water will be.
Watch them not do their due diligence as much photo optics as they're getting, right?
Let residents know that it would be on, and then that gets pushed back. So the goalpost keeps getting pushed. Right now, the goalpost is sitting at Wednesday for the hot water, but I'm not sure.
I think you guys have this throw away. You just were sitting right here. I'm gonna tell you a whole bunch of shit that you didn't think through. If it's bad, you pray that you about to close businesses and the whole shit down.
Outside of their apartment building with their belongings, to go out to an alley to take a shower in order to have a hot shower. For until Wednesday at least, people are forced to take cold showers or to take cold baths, and we know that that's not comfortable. That is inhumane, and it's a safety risk. We know that we've heard from people today that folks are using.
It's definitely not comfortable. I gotta allow it. I moved past it now.
Incumbent upon our people that are listening today to walk away with what is the comprehensive safety plan for this area and for this neighborhood, so that we don't have an issue where we are gathering here today because somebody was hurt due to having to go to an outside shower or to go to an outside porta potty. It's unacceptable. Okay. It is just unacceptable. And also, there are still people that have toilets.
There's so many things that these people could really get at them for.
It's unacceptable. So,
and what are the communication methods for the residents to get this information? The gentleman just said he didn't know any information.
We don't get any.
What official
they don't. You got to go up there and we have to come down and then hear.
Hey, I'm still looking all scared and shit.
Oh, at the motel.
He's a guy that looks at it like, well, like they don't know what to say.
What I'm trying to say too is that these hotel vouchers and all these showers are these hotel vouchers and all these showers that we're talking about right now, all of these capacities of help that they're giving. Let's remind all of y'all on our own doing since Monday. And so that's where, when it comes to the whole piping situation coming back, that's why a lot of people are still a little bit disgruntled about that whole, yeah, it might come back on Wednesday, because when it comes to the communication, they originally said it was supposed to be back on Tuesday.
I feel a lawsuit coming on. I feel some lawsuits happening. Like, better hope nobody gets fucking sick, or something really bad happens.
On Thursday, when it came back, it only came back for 30 minutes. Even now, you'll notice
like you get kind of toxicity poisoning or something like that because you couldn't flush the restroom or you know what I mean? You couldn't take care of yourself or you couldn't wash your dishes right or something like that. I hope nobody catches nothing weird. It ends up being really, really sick.
Have cold water in my shower. When I turned it on this morning, and I'm sorry, that's it. I don't nothing coming.
Bro, I get it. You trust me, I understand. But you gotta think of I'm like, they ain't coming, man. I gotta figure it out.
T-A-I, Anderson, A-N-D-E-R-S-O-N.
How long is it, Judge? Because you look like you're about to pass out.
I am.
I don't have control over it.
S and as a.
You said you want to watch this madness.
I don't think it was gonna be a 30-minute fucking press conference, but okay. I'm glad we watched it.
Yeah. I'm about to pass out, yo.
All right, well, whatever. Are we done now with all three?
Yeah.
So we're done with Frontline Black News now.
We're gonna have to be done because I'm about to pass out.
I mean, there's no extra parts, right? Really? Let me ask us, like,
it's the illegal immigrant.
Oh, we got comments.
Come on.
Let's see the comments. Yeah, yep, sure does. God, you see, it's like echoey. Like I look at it like it's echoes. Yeah, community. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. A creative word I could say.
Community. Yeah.
Coon.
Yep, Shannon Sharp. Yep, pausing that.
Yep, that's pretty much it. I've been in like 5 different things in the last episode. All right, family. Just about to pass out, I guess. Just go ahead and close out your show.
So I am over here in the morning. See? Okay. So thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in this season. I keep freezing up. Thank y'all for tuning in to season 3, episode 49, part 3 of we will see y'all tomorrow or later on today if it's about this. But in the meantime, make sure you like and subscribe to our platforms, Frontline Black on YouTube and Facebook, The Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook, Black Experience Enhanced on Twitter, now X, and Facebook. So peace, love, light, reparations, and separation. Black Experience Enhanced. And that call-in number is 516-418-5. See y'all in about 15 hours. No, it'll be less than that. In about 9 hours. 9-10 hours, something like that. Right, peace, y'all. Say bye to people like that.
Bye, everybody. Like I said, I don't know when I'll be back because everything's all bad over here. So I went through it. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Because you're talking in,
thank you. Yeah. Step
in.
in.
To what's cracking with Jay Militant. We will see y'all later. Peace.
See y'all later.